Paddy's just casually list building.
Yeah.
It's right, you can carry on list building.
I've got to learn a new Codex. Innit?
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Tuesday. It's beautiful down here, actually. I don't want to be indoors.
We should have, like in school, we should be doing this outside.
Yeah.
When it was real nice.
Move the cameras into the car park and sit in the sunshine.
No one could see from the glare.
Oh, I'd love it.
We're not allowed to change the building, are we?
Yes, to a point.
Can't knock a whole wall down.
Well,
Joe.
actually, no. Currently, no. But probably within the next week, yes, to a point.
Could we take out the windows and put balconies in?
I was thinking sunroof.
Well, that's more of a
removable.
Because downstairs it's got floor to ceiling windows.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you couldn't take the window out and then build a balcony into it and turn it into a door. And then what we could do, because you've got floor to ceiling there and floor to ceiling there, we could then have an enclosed balcony.
He's going to ask for a slide soon.
No, so basically there's an enclosed one, so obviously it traps all the sound in. So we're outside. So it's basically like a mini greenhouse.
That sounds great when it's really hot outside.
Joe is rested. He's been on holiday for a week.
I'm not rested.
They missed you, Joe.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've had a few people saying we missed Joe.
Yeah. What I bring to the channel.
Yeah. He's back now. He's had his little holiday break.
Feeling
Away.
good?
Yeah, I'm right.
I can see.
The problem is I don't really like taking time off in general.
No, you're just such a grafter, aren't you?
But it's like I was on holiday, but I still building.
Grifter, Paddy.
That's the one.
Like I couldn't paint because I didn't want to take all my painting stuff with
Wouldn't
me.
be much of a holiday then if you took
But
the painting stuff.
I still took loads of models with me, so I still built. Loads.
Just to, like look at them.
No, just
to build them.
To build them.
Right.
So I took loads of sprues, and then I took some really useful boxes. So then in like the evening,
And then you didn't take any clothes.
I no. Yeah, I took it down for a couple of days, and then I could just wash them whilst I'm there. So
He
I had
didn't
more
though.
space for.
He could. He didn't.
Yeah,
You can get 4 days out of a set of pants or a t-shirt, can't you?
Literally, yeah. front to back, inside out.
yeah. So I basically built an entire army whilst I was on holiday.
Can you say?
Knights.
Okay, we can say.
Oh, right. Sick.
Yeah. So I had a
Chaos
repulsor.
or Imperial?
Imperial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and then I built a repulsor, and an impulsor.
Yeah.
Any other forms of sirs?
No. No. I nearly bought more stuff when I was there,
Okay.
but yeah.
Sounds like a really Warhammer free holiday, mate.
He's like this though. He doesn't take time off. He just paints more Warhammer. It's just when he does his time off, he paints the Warhammer he wants to paint.
And when I was
Like, Joe, take a break.
No, but
Be
at least,
refreshed
but
when
at
you
least
come
at that
home.
point, he's like, I don't want to do this. This is something that's not for the channel. It's just I
That's
want to
true.
do it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he can do
But
it.
the problem is when I'm on holiday, like the first day is always the first day of my holidays is always bad because I'm like out of my routine
Yeah.
because we had to like travel down to Exmoor and stuff. So packing all the stuff, I'm leaving the house.
We're trying to glue stuff together while driving.
Yeah, and I've left my work at home. You know, I get up. My days are pretty set in terms of what I do. So full out of routine. And then I know I'm going to a place with god awful internet as well.
But did you eat lots of tasty food when you were there?
Yeah, I had 3 days of cream teas.
Oh,
You fancy
morning,
fucker.
lunch.
No, so
evening
basically
meal?
the problem was on Exmoor, food places don't serve food all day. Like you can't go to you go to Weatherspoons.
Yeah.
It's like from 6 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, food all day. On Exmoor, they have a breakfast run, break, then they had to do lunch for like 2 hours, break, and they do an evening. And every time we went out for
All
the day,
3 times a person might want to eat, arguably.
Yeah. But on a place where there's lots of tourism, you'd think they'd do it all day because people are doing stuff all day. But no, so the amount of times we did stuff, went to like the local pub or the local whatever, and they're like, I could get some food. Like, oh no, we're done. But we still do cream teas.
All afternoon, I heard.
Yeah. And the problem is like the first day it was really nice. Really nice cream tea. The second day I was like, fine, I'll have a cream tea. The third day I was like, I'm done.
You've tried the cream and jam both ways at that
Yeah.
point. Like, there's
There's
no
only
more
one way.
experimenting to do.
To the point where I was like, we had a discussion about which one was our favourite cream tea. I was like, we've had too many tea. We've had so many, we're now picking favourites.
I've not had a cream tea in ages. Now I want one.
They are good.
I took Luce one for, I think it was for her birthday. Was it Mother's Day or her birthday? I can't remember. I took her for one in Brockenhurst, which
Nice.
was quite
Yeah,
fancy.
yeah.
Was it warm cream? Were the scones warm? Because if they heat them up, is the best version.
I
Yeah.
think, I don't know, it was expensive and fancy.
Yeah, if it comes out cold, it's not good because it's like because you just
really-
creaming up a stodgy brick.
Fun fact as well, if you're going to a super fancy cream tea, don't take children for fuck's sake.
No.
Because they just get it everywhere. Everywhere. Anyway, today is maybe slightly exciting for some people out there. We talked about it recently, but the Leagues of Votann now have a Codex release. Big shout out Games Workshop for giving us this Codex and all of the new models. Spoiler alert, they're not all painted for tonight. Some of them are. We'll get into that in just a
Someone
moment.
took a week off.
Because some lazy fucker took a
Selfish,
week
really,
off and
innit?
only built
Once
models.
again, I say this every single time. The lighting in this room makes the front cover look incredible.
It does, yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's something about that camera settings or whatever.
So we're back with Votann, and we're going to be showcasing the Votann tonight in a live game. Joe will be running the JOTANN. Actually, we're also showcasing for the first time, although no longer in the pre-order window, Grey Knights, because Paddy decided he wants to run some Grey Knights. We are going to have Votann versus Grey Knights 2, essentially debuts for 10th edition codexes tonight on the channel. But I thought we would talk about the Votann Codex that has come out, because there's quite a lot of change to it, and there's a bunch of new units. And I've got opinions on some of them myself, and I'm sure Joe has. He's the one that's been diving into it the most, because he's obviously the one who's going to be playing with it later. Also happy to get your thoughts and feelings on Votann for what you've seen so far. There's probably already a couple of games out there. And you can ask any questions. If you've got questions about the Votann Codex, feel free to stick out a postcard, send it through to us as a super chat. We will get to it. We also always have our gifted target for memberships. I say gifted, it doesn't have to be gifted. You can just become a member if you want to as well. So exclamation mark, gift or exclamation mark member if you want to become a member of the channel. You people are amazing. Thank you so much. And if you haven't already, make sure you smash all those magical YouTube buttons for us. Hit all those likes, subscribes, bells, hit the bell end. Do that. Votann Codex, Joe.
You can use me as a chat proxy as well, because I've been very busy. I haven't had a chance to get my head into it. So you
Yeah.
can
Can I
explain
talk
all
about
the cool
models
stuff to me.
first?
Let's talk about the models first, because we
Yeah.
also have we can get straight to the first super chat actually from Monica One, who for $20 says money for the JOTANN fund. Thank you. What new models did you find fun to paint and assemble? Well,
I've only finished painting 2
so far.
so far. The rest are in different stages, basically. I did Borin. His name Borin? The new guy, the Tyrannid man, front cover man.
He looks cool.
He is basic. I think he personally is Games Workshop's attempt of bringing Gotrek from Old World Age of Sigmar into 40k, and we'll talk about his rules in a minute. It's pretty close in terms of character-wise. As we recall, I think he's the best of the new models.
I mean, his stats are wild. He's
Yeah.
stronger than Trajan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
And Logan.
so
And
good.
Logan.
The model's really nice. The model goes together really, really well. They thought about it. Is that the Tyrannid part you can build separately and paint it separately.
Sub-assemblies for the two different colours.
Can you actually just leave it off though? Or would it look weird if it's not there? Like, is
I
there
don't-
armor underneath
I think
it?
the
You
model's
can
proportion
leave it
would
off,
be
but
off.
it doesn't look
Because his spear would then be way too big, I think.
The problem with Votann, all right, and I don't want this to sound bad, but they all look the same.
Yeah.
I've heard you say that before.
Like, without his cool Tyrannid top hat, he just looks like every other Votann.
He's just a dude.
He's
a real
just-
short dude.
He's just a short dude with a gold hat.
If you paint it that way,
Yeah, if you paint it that way,
and a long-ass spear.
and he's got a cool spear, which I think is too big for.
Do you know what his spear looks like? It looks like Farsight's sword, like the
Yeah.
angles. It looks like he's got a Tau sword.
I think it should have been an axe. I think it should have been a massive two-handed axe.
Nah, because Space Wolf's axe, hammers for Votann, I reckon.
Or a massive hammer.
Quite dwarfish.
Because two-hand. He should he really cool. I think the spear is too big. But he's the coolest. My second favorite model is the strategist. I call him Dr. Octopus because he's got all the little.
I quite like
little
him
thing.
because he's got like the big trench coat on,
Yeah.
so he looks less than he looked less like a short space marine, and more like a proper
we
exploring
We were
dwarf.
saying that the new guy, the strategist, and the Jaegers are the best Votann models because they actually look like dwarfs.
Yes,
They are space dwarfs.
as opposed to dwarf space marines.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, just small space. Thunderkin, before this release, were my favourite models because they look like they had to wear the suit because they're so small. You know, they've all got bandanas and they're cool and they've kind of got that cool Matrix vibe. But the new stuff, the trench coat vibe is the best vibe.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they look like cool explorer digger men. The mortars, horrible to build. Right? I'm going to say this now, right? Before people get their hands on the models, when you build the model, don't build it like how Games Workshop tells you to build it, because it's got 4 legs, which are 2. You have to glue 2 together, then
put the mortar on
and then
it,
glue them onto the mortar.
Yeah.
Right. And then for the base of the mortar it's actually got like a molded base that the feet glue into. Right. The problem is that no matter how many configurations you glue those 4 legs together onto the mortar, they do not fit into the fucking holes.
So put it in the base.
So when you glue the legs on, glue them into the base first, and then glue the mortar onto it. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
It's those sort of tips that Joe brings value to. No one else can.
I built it the first time. Went to glue it on. I was like, damn it! And so I had to build like a cork base for them to stand onto. To kind of so the first one doesn't look like how it should, and the second one does, but only if you ignore how Games Workshop tell you to.
Because they're like reverse mortars, right? So instead of like firing up and over like a mortar, it fires down, and then it just tunnels and comes and gets you.
And
apart from it doesn't, if we look at the rules,
it kind of And I don't like the steel jacks.
Oh,
easy models to build. I just don't.
Can I have a look at the book, please?
You can, yeah. They just don't. They just look like bigger, boring Space Marines. You know, they're just like big robot Space Marines, and like they don't fit the aesthetic of the rest of the army. Because the aesthetic of the army is trench coat dwarf or dwarf in big power armor, not weird, tall, lanky robot.
yeah, fair.
And both versions, the combat version and the shooting version, both do what the army already does. They're not bringing anything new to the army.
Okay.
Steeljacks are quite like, I think, the Thousand Suns robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the tall, lanky version that's a bit smaller than you think it would be.
Yeah, they don't bring anything new to the army in terms of like anything kind of cool. I would have preferred to have had a unit of cool dwarfs covered in like Tyranid stuff, or more like Iron Breakers for old world dwarfs with like shields and axes or shields and hammers or something. I've got I call him Dr. Robotnik, the guy with the big gun and the big mustache and the big pointy hair.
Yeah, he's cool. His gun is also mental.
He's got really cool rules. The model's really cool. I built him with his helmet because he looks like the weird kind of like heavy soldier Spetsnaz look from Call of Duty with the big earmuffs and the big goggles. The model's good. I think this is the model range that kind of gives the army a bit more of a characterful aesthetic. But what I wanted was more Tyranid men. Something to give the army like a bit more flavour.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's loads of different companies. I can't remember the name of the world's different. Like there's different groups of the Votann, isn't there? They're all like part of like bigger mining corporations, right? There's lots of different versions, but like in generic Space Marines, there's nothing to differentiate them apart from colour. They're just different colour Votann. But when you've got Tyranid Hunter Votann, they're like, cool, these guys have been in an actual war and look cool.
Hear me out though. We've had Tyranid Hunters before in Space Marines.
Yeah.
We haven't had an army of trench coat wearing.
But the thing is, though, like but Buri's the same problem as what Space Marines had, right? Tyrannic War Veterans are a staple of Ultramarines fluff and background, and then the Leviathan box set gave us the Lieutenant, the Tyrannic War Veteran Lieutenant.
He's cool.
He's really cool, and I was like, this is like we're going to get actual plastic Tyrannic War Veterans, and I'm going to do that army immediately because I think they're awesome. And then they never turned up. We've got a transfer sheet if you pre-ordered the box set, and that was it.
So, I mean, I quite like the Steeljacks. Personally, I don't like the Dr. Robotnik man with his head. I haven't looked at the helmet. I don't know what the helmet looks like.
The helmeted version is better than the weird, crazy, spiky hair. Yeah. But the model is... what I like about him is that his rules represent the model. as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
And like,
I quite like the Steeljack. I think the Steeljacks are cool.
I don't like him.
No, I mean that's the beauty of the hobby, though, isn't it?
Yeah, they're a real Marmite. They're a real Marmite unit. They're better aesthetically than the Thousand Suns ones.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. They've got a lot more dynamism. What about the new vehicles?
So the new transports, the
Capricus,
Capricus
carriers and defenders.
The carriers and defenders, right? A great model to build. The new flying stand is actually a plastic piece of the sprue.
Oh, right.
Glued onto it. It's really, really nice. So I think that might be a sign of what's to come for other vehicles. Like I could see like a new Impulsor version in the future, which just has that instead of the weird, twisty flying stand. Really easy to build. Really easy to do both versions. With a little bit of.
It looks like
a little bit of magnetizing.
And again,
there's annoying bit is that the hull and the driver are the same on both. It's the person in the back. There's a guy who's using a pintle-mounted heavy weapon, which is the transport version, and then there's the gun version, which has got like a cool little servitor in the back.
But I like that it's got firing deck, it's got scouts. It's kind of like a Dark Elder.
Right. Yeah.
Venom, right?
Yeah.
In terms of it's quick, it's scouts, it's low
really
wounds,
cool
it's quite easy to
rolls.
kill, but firing deck,
But
I like
its
it.
biggest problem is it only transports Jaegers.
Oh, really?
The infiltrating guys.
Yeah.
So it splits the Jaeger's it fixes the Jaeger's biggest problem is the Jaeger's only come in 10s. So if you take one or
it's
two,
got the immolator rule.
you split them into 2 5s, so you can have one on foot and one in the transport.
But also it gives one scout and one infiltrator. That's really good. And it fixes a bit of a problem.
You can get infiltrate and scout because the full unit that goes into it has infiltrate, which then gives the transport infiltrate.
So it fixes one of the problems that you had in Votann of speed, right?
Yeah.
Because you've now got scout and move 12 and
but
disembark
the problem
and do
is the
stuff.
unit inside doesn't really do much.
Yeah, but it's all about ball position, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just there floating around. I think they're really, really good. The new transport's really well designed. It's really nice, and it fixes a few of the holes. What I can't see in there was a kill team that had a random junk pack man. Do you remember him?
Not in here.
There was a kill team that had a random Votann with a jump pack, and I was like, maybe we'll get a jump pack unit, which would be really, really cool, like the balloon men from Votann. No, from.
Do you think Sagittar is better than the new transport?
I love the Sagittar, though.
The Sagittar looks good.
I love the Sagittar.
I think they both fulfill a different purpose. The Sagittar's been calmed down a bit now.
Yeah.
There's a comment in here from Air Giraffe, actually, I want to bring up because of what you're talking about. The Votann feel like they haven't fully decided what aesthetic vibe they want. Norse, dwarf miners, venture capitalist. Do you feel the same? Because I do. Like I've just had a skim through the model range on Games Workshop's website, and I actually think it's quite a nice overall aesthetic and model range now. I would prefer more of the Jaeger vibe overall with the trench coats. So if you look at the Hearthkin Warriors and stuff like that, I just feel like there's a little bit of blandness. But then from a hobbying perspective and from especially for someone like myself, actually perhaps the lack of detail on bog standard troops is probably a benefit because there's less to paint.
I think they're a really good range to get into the hobby with because the problem, everything we've said negative about them is comparatively.
Yeah.
Like individually, they look cool, but they look like Space Marines.
Yeah.
But as a model range, I think they're actually quite nice.
I didn't like them when they were released, and then when we actually got them and I built them and painted them, I was like, so actually, they're a real satisfying army to paint.
Yeah.
They're kind of like Space Marines in a way. They're just like, they've got nice smooth edges, like they're nice flat panels, tape transfer as well. The heads are really good.
And don't underestimate the fact they're physically small as well, because it means they're actually quite quick to paint.
Yeah.
I think they're now, with the range refresh, not range refresh, with the range addition is the better way to put that. I actually think they're now a complete range that I'd be quite happy to collect. Before this new set of models, I don't love Robotnik, but I think the rest is cool. Before this new set of models, I think I'd have got bored of them quite quickly.
Yeah, because they're all samey, aren't they, beforehand?
What I didn't realise I wanted it until we had the book and we had the new models, is what's missing is a Berserk character.
Yeah, 100%.
The Berserks to me, because the Berserks to me are what Slayers are for dwarfs, for older dwarfs, right? And I've seen a couple of people use the crests from the Slayers from Age of Sigmar,
the Fire Slayers,
Fire Slayers on them, and they look really good. They're really
is there no one that can join the Berserks?
No characters can join the Berserks.
But they're kind of like Wolfen, right? In Space Wolves, they're not designed. They're not meant to be have people join them. I assume in their lore they're just meant to be charging off on their own.
Yeah, but even Wolfen, there's ways in which you can join them with characters.
Yeah, or you get Death Company captains who maintain their command. But let's not go back into.
Let's not do that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't read all of the detachments yet. I looked at. I was like, oh, there's a Berserk detachment, and I was like, oh, but we've only got 5 painted Berserks. I've got 5 at home I need to build and paint.
Yeah.
But that's still only 10, and doesn't really warrant a whole detachment.
What about Votann's biggest criticism is how they've always played, and that they've always played like really generic Warhammer.
Yeah,
like,
they still
there's
do that.
nothing different. Is there any detachments now that give them like a different flavour or a different way to play that's different to
I think the Berserk one probably does if you really lean into it, but.
Because Votann have always been... I think Votann are a really good beginner faction because they just play... They do a bit in every phase. Yeah. They have reasonably simple rules and they do it quite well.
They're a better army to start playing the game with than Marines.
Yeah.
So I caught a bit of Art of War, and they were saying that Space Marines are actually not a great army to start with, and they've got quite a high skill level.
And also, they have too much choice.
Yeah.
Whereas Votann has now a decent size range, not huge, but a decent size range, decently simple rules that you can play quite well, and they have the ability to do most things. Like they've got some pre-game move infiltrate scouts, they've got some anti-tank, they've got some vehicles, they've got a tiny... Well, they haven't really got fast melee, but they've got some melee, they've got some shooting, they've got some characters, they've got a lone op, they've got a bit here and there.
I think they're a really good kind of like... Because I was looking through Instagram at like the Votann hashtag, and I do think they're actually a bit of like a painters converters army in the sense that like realistically in terms of conversions you can only do head swaps, but the head range for this army is great.
Yeah, because they've all got like the fishbowl as well as helmets as well, don't they?
Take to like different basing styles really, really well. Some armies really struggle, but like because of their like stout stature, like they can look quite heroic.
Yeah,
like even just like the
with
base
with a good rock.
Yeah, the base Hearthkin sergeant who's he's got a big power fist. He's kind of like his arm wrapped around the main rifle.
Yeah,
still looks really cool. I think they're an army that I thought I was looking at them. I was like, I could happily start this army again from scratch to just do them as a nicely painted.
I was going to say, but good news, you don't have to because you've already got an army. You've done.
Yeah, I've already done. But I was like, but then even then, right? We got 2 of the starter box sets.
Yeah,
and we got them like 3 weeks before launch.
So you had to really fly through to put them together.
We got that box set literally the day before I went on holiday for a week. So I took them on holiday.
So what we're saying is, when you go on holiday, new Votann come out.
Essentially, yeah.
Cause and effect. They just GW watch the stream. Wait till Joe goes away.
They know.
Quick, drop the Votann.
Yes, we got all. I literally took it all, built it. But then I was like, I don't want to take my airbrush. So most of the army was done with rattle cans, sub-assembly rattle can army.
Nice. It is more evidence that GW watched the stream, though.
Yeah.
More evidence.
Yeah. So I was like, I was looking at them. I was like, I would love to do this army again, and maybe like more specialize them.
Yeah.
Like a whole 30 berserks would be at the start. Their combat patrol is brilliant.
What is it now?
Very good.
Because I've got an axe to grind. You know.
Uh-oh. This doesn't sound like
Dwarf
Joe.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
Right. About people that collect an army and then complain that their new combat patrol isn't very good.
Yeah, because it's not for you.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's for you if you want to get some more models.
Like, I got it.
You're not the target.
I got it when like the Blood Angels one came out and it had like a librarian and an impulsor and load of random stuff.
But combat patrols are for people who are thinking about starting that army or a gift/present for people to start an army.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's great when the combat patrol is essentially what you want from that army.
Yeah.
And you can just buy 3 of them and get cracking, like the Custodes one.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Like, it should be a bit of everything, a character, baseline unit, something special to get you in and hook you on it.
And a lot of the new combat patrols are really good. Like the Emperor Children one, really, really good. The Votann one, really, really good. Emperor's
So good, he named
Space
it twice.
Wolves,
Yeah.
Black Templars,
Blood Angels is
brilliant.
good.
Yeah, they're all so much better than
Yeah.
the last edition.
Yeah, it feels like the glow up the Blood Angels had, for example. It feels like they've sort of got the vibe now
Yeah.
of put a special character in it, a baseline unit, and then one of the special units for your army.
The only one that was a fail was the Dark Angel one.
What was that? Was that just Boggo Space Marines?
Bongo Space.
Yeah.
But then Dark Angels realistically only have
Two.
two.
More specialist units than Blood
Yeah.
Angels.
But then if you put Deathwing Knights into a combat patrol, you're really losing money.
Yeah.
Because that's like a 45 quid box. That's like literally half the price of the box set. So you have to really skimp on. Also, a unit of 5 Deathwing Knights in an actual game of combat patrol. No one's killing that.
Yeah. Should we go through some of the highlights of the rules for these new guys?
It's quite interesting, isn't it? So I've been skimming through. I haven't really looked at this myself, to be honest with you. And I've been skimming through some of it, just data sheets at the moment. I'm going to leave the old detachments to Joe, but it's weird. Some weird choices. Lots of things have been toned right down. Lots of things still seem quite strong.
Yeah.
So Ulthar the Destined, who was an auto-take character before, feels like he's been toned down quite a lot.
Yeah, what are the biggest changes?
New Tyrannid character, mental.
I was just looking at him.
Right, because we're going to the rules now. So army rule, I think
I love the army rule, by the way, before you say anything.
it's really narrative.
I love it. Yeah,
fits
that's why I love it.
It plays the theme of the army.
So what is it now?
So you've got an acquisition mode or a defensive mode. What is it called?
Yes.
You've got the book in your hand.
Yeah.
So basically, there's an attack mode or a defender mode.
Fortify.
That.
So if you're in attack mode, right, you start the game in attack mode. When you target an enemy unit on an objective, you get +1 to hit, and then your entire army gets re-roll, advance, and charges.
That's good.
Right, and then if you're in defense mode, if you're on an objective, you get +1 to hit, and army wide, but they both don't include vehicles. Army wide, -1 to be wounded.
That's good.
If strength is higher than toughness?
I can't remember.
And do you declare this in the command phase?
So what happens is so something
battle
so
round?
at the end of the command phase, every command phase.
So you
both
can just go
command
offense,
phases,
defense, offense, defense.
Yeah, you get acquisition points.
Yeah.
You get 1 for holding your home objective.
Yeah.
You get 1 for holding an objective outside your deployment zone, and then you get a third one if you hold more.
No, you get 1 for holding your home, 1 for holding 1 in no man's land, 1 for holding 2 in no man's land, 1 for holding more in no man's land. So you can get 4.
So with infiltrators, could have.
I thought it was one. A second, and I thought it's
No. So at the end of your command phase, you gain at the end of each player's command phase, you get 1 yield point if you control 1 or more objective markers within your deployment zone, and from the second battle round onwards, you gain 1 additional yield point for the following conditions you comply. You control 1 or more objective markers not within your deployment zone. You control 2 or more objective markers not in your deployment zone. You control more objective markers than your opponent.
So you can't therefore infiltrate something on, have 2, and then start
battle
with
round
4.
1, you get 1.
Specify
because I missed. I got
The
really
key
excited because
rider.
I literally missed from the second battle round.
You did. I've done it.
I
Brom's
was
done it.
so because I was like, I said this army rule is
Reading
terrible.
is hard.
I said, but it's really good. If I said this army rule means you have to take infiltrators because then you can infiltrate and you can get points early on. 4 turn 1. Basically,
I really like this.
you're always in attack mode. Once you get to 7, so you can't. It's basically realistic. You're not doing it until turn 3.
So what do you spend these points on? Sorry.
So basically, once you get to 7, you go from attack mode to defense mode
Automatically or choice?
He says it. So he says you can't get it till turn 3, right?
Yeah.
Bollocks.
There are ways, but
Was each player's command phase?
So
right?
each player's command phase. So battle round 1, you can get 2.
You get 2 points
because you're holding your home objective twice, right?
Yeah.
When you get to battle round 2, there's other ways you can generate them as well.
Yeah.
So the first attachment in the book, you gain them if you kill a unit, right?
Yeah.
Battle round 2, if you've pushed out battle round 1 and you hold 2 objectives and you hold more than your opponent,
You're on 4.
well, you'll get 4.
5 if you're holding more.
It just happens.
No, so you get 1 for home, 1 for holding 1 in no man's land, 1 for holding 2 in no man's land, 1 for holding more in no man's land. That's 4.
Yeah. Plus the 2 you've already got.
Plus 2, you're in 6.
And then your opponent's turn, you get to 7 because you hold 1 at least.
But also, if you've got Tentacle Man, you can go up or down 1. So you could, if you went first in your second command phase, if you hold more objectives than your opponent, you could get to 7.
Yeah.
It's less likely.
If you go below 7, you go back into attack mode.
Sure, but how do you spend the points?
So this is why I don't think it's very as an army rule. I don't think it's very good in the sense that your stratagems and enhancements encourage you to spend your yield points.
That sounds good to me.
Right. So I don't think you're going to be in the -1 to be wounded very often because some of the detachments and enhancements are like do a thing. So for example being you can re-roll 1s to wound.
Yeah.
Or you just spend 3
Yeah.
yield points and you get like +1 to wound on top.
I mean, this army rule sounds really good and really fun, right? Because
Yeah.
you make the assumption that -1 to wound is just flat better than the other one. But if someone said to you, you can have the offense mode and bonuses your strats, you'd be like, yes.
I believe you can choose whether you go into defensive or not.
Yeah.
No, this says here, at the end of your command phase, if you have 7 yield points or more, your units have fortified takeover until the start of your next command phase.
Just spend them then.
So just spend them. So I think that sounds really cool.
It's a cool rule.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're getting the second part of it very often.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
But I really like the design philosophy that's coming in now, where stratagems have a base and a second if you do something.
I'd rather just have the first bit,
Yeah.
not have the second bit, and have the yield point. It's kind of like you have an extra rule that might come up.
I think so. The thing is, it comes up if you're already walking away with the game. Because if you think about
It's like a win more, isn't it?
It's a win more, right? So if you think about it, if you are battle round 2, say you're going second, and then when you get hit to your command phase, you're changing. That's because you hold loads of objectives and your opponent doesn't.
But then I guess if you think about it as like the defensive mode is like something you get later maybe, but you actually play in the I'm going to have yield points and I'm going to spend them to make my strats better. It's a different way of thinking.
I don't think it's going to be that hard to generate 4 to 5 a battle round easily because it's both command phases. So we are looking at probably if you're spending them to do extras for stratagems and extras for enhancements, you are probably looking more likely at changing to turn 4, maybe back into turn 3.
And as a Calyon player, that's fine.
That's ideal, right? Yeah. Because that's when you're like, well, now I'm going to fortify, literally fortify my position.
And I've got less stuff, so it becomes more valuable.
So, but it also becomes this choice where you've got a resource and you're like, well, what do I want? Do I want to go into fortify, or do I want to spend these points to do extras? And I like the choice.
I actually really like that.
I like the choice rather than I just want to do this every time.
It's like the bullshit brigade detachment where you can either spend your points to make stratagems better or have rerolls. Like I love the idea that you can improve your stratagems at the expense of something.
Yeah,
I think that design philosophy is brilliant.
It's a choice, 100%.
Because the choice then makes every game a bit more different. Rather than just every game I do 3 turns, then I have this rule. It's like I could have this rule,
I'd rather
or
have
I could do
the
this.
Tyranid rule.
Yeah,
the Tyranid rule is terrible.
I think the new design philosophy that's came out like 4 or 5 codexes ago, where most sets of stratagems have a trade something off to get better. I really like that because I think it makes games feel different game to game. Every matchup feels different because you have this element of difference and of choice, and like your opponent has a more interactive time.
One of the things I love about it as well, which I think you've already hit on, is the rule is so incredibly narrative. And compared to the old rule, which was pick units, get bonuses.
Yeah.
I prefer this as a player.
Like being on objective, you're doing your mining. You stop in the battle to do some mining to get minerals or whatever. But yeah, I just think like it's cool that there is a second half of the rule that like you can be -1 to wound. I just don't think you'll see it very often.
I think you will.
I think you'll see it more often than you think. Because think about it, turns 1 and 2, how often are games really cagey 1 and 2? And then it's not until turn 3 that you start deploying. And by that point, by turn 3, you've probably got your bonus. And you won't really have spent it on many strats because a lot of people will be, not really committing until turn 3. Like the game we played this morning, we didn't commit until turn 3.
No.
So you would have had a build-up of these points.
Unless some of the things you can spend them on are crazy, crazy good, I reckon you'll more often than not see people in them in battle round 4 onwards.
But also, getting -1 to wound while sitting on objectives is a bit of a risk. Because loads of units out there have if you're on an objective, I re-roll all my wounds.
Or plus wounds.
So you're giving, you're slightly tougher, but you're also in the place where people hit you.
-1 to be wounded is...
I thought you said if they were on objective.
No, so if you're on objective, you get +1 to hit.
Ah, sure. I'm with you.
So everyone is... all there are 2 bullet points.
Yeah.
So the first bullet point is if you're on objective, you get +1 to hit.
Yeah.
And then the other bullet point is each time an attack targets this unit, if the strength characteristic of the attack is greater than the unit's toughness characteristic, that is not a vehicle. Subtract 1 from the wound roll.
Okay, yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
I still think that if someone said to you, right, you can have the offensive, the acquisition part. So if you're attacking a unit on an objective, you get +1 to hit, and you get to reroll advance and charge rolls, and you don't get that second part at all ever, and you get yield points that you can spend on stuff, would you be happy?
Yeah.
Because that's the point I was making earlier, right?
So you get that anyway.
Yeah. You just have another choice of, if you think about it, I get yield points for stratagems, and I also have like a super stratagem I can spend my yield points on.
I'm also going to argue that more often than not, I wouldn't want to go into the second one. So the -1 toughness is nice. However, for Votann, the majority of people move 5, reroll advances, reroll charges.
Movement wins games.
Is huge.
Yeah, it's massive, because especially on a slow army, right? Yeah. Movement is king. So you want to be moving, and I bet some of the strats will be really good if you spend yield points on them.
Oh yeah,
when we get to them,
they get much better. Yeah.
And are there other characters that can manipulate your yield points?
Like Wibbly Arm Man.
Yeah. So he allows you to either spend or gain 1, and then I think it's the.
We can cheer Joe up with his JOTANN rules chat with gifted memberships. Just throwing that out there. Makes him happier because then he's more confident that he's going to get a flight paid for to America.
That is fair.
Well, you already said that's happening, so.
Well, unless I can't afford to pay you by paying for your flight, Joe. Yes, as long as the money's there, I will be paying for your flight.
I've been told it just happened.
Yes, as long as the money's there, I will pay for your flight.
Otherwise, you'll have to get FedEx. It's way cheaper.
The Carl's unit says that.
No, it's by weight.
The Carl's unit, if they kill something, you gain yield points.
Oh, that's cool.
That is good.
Just a normal Carl.
Yeah.
Hi, Carl.
Yeah.
So
I'm running this detachment tonight.
Is this the first one?
What about if it was sea freight, Joe?
I like this one.
Do you reckon sea freight's cheaper?
No, because the problem I have
Takes
then
longer.
if I sea freight him, he's not in here for a fucking few weeks.
But he
and
could
that
paint
costs
a
me
lot
money.
in sea freight.
I do like a cross-Atlantic cruise, but then it's like the other.
No, I'm thinking putting you in an ISO container.
Geographically,
If we can fit out an ISO container with a paint station
painting studio
and a poo hole,
mate,
you just push it out the hole.
Yeah, sorted.
So I was like, it's one of those, because I was on holiday. I kind of like, I didn't really read too hard, but I read the first one. I was like, oh, that's good.
And
Yeah, the first one is solid. I like it.
Much like an index, you read the first attachment and paused.
Yeah. I was like, this one, each time an enemy unit is destroyed, you gain a yield point.
That's good.
Solid, isn't it?
So you're whinging about not having enough yield points already over.
Yeah, but if you don't kill anything for the first 2 turns,
then you're going to lose anyway.
Like I said, it's a win more mechanic.
Yeah.
Right? If you're winning, you will just get more. Right? So, examples of the spending more, right?
Yeah.
So Oathbound Spectacular, which is enhancement. Each time model in the bearer's unit makes an attack, reroll the wound roll of 1.
That's good.
So I've taken that.
Yeah.
On a Carl.
Yeah, that's
right?
good.
Each time the bearer's unit is selected to shoot or fight, you can spend 3. If you do, 3 yield points. If you do, until the end of the phase, each time more than that bearer's unit makes an attack, add 1 to the wound roll.
For the right target in the right time, that's really good. But it's a choice. Again, it's a choice, which is really nice.
And then,
I mean, reroll 1s to wound is good anyway,
Yeah.
right?
so this one's good. Turn 1 and turn 2. Dead Reckoning. At the end of your turn, if the bearer's on the battlefield and you spend no yield points in a turn, you gain a yield point. So you put him in Tentacle Man.
Yeah, that's
because he can spend 1, or you either spend 1 or gain 1.
So in those first 2 turns again, you can build them up and then use them so you can both hoard CPs and yield points.
Yeah,
and then have super strats.
I just wish that the second half, the going into the -1 to be wounded one, was a choice. It's less of a it happens.
Yeah, I get that.
Right.
I get that.
Because I
agree with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because when you're
If
like,
you have
I
something
get
what you
reroll
can
charges,
choose.
I get like, I get to advance. I get on a slow army, being able to reroll advance and charges is incredible. And then you go over 7, you're like, oh.
There is a way where your opponent could be a bit sneaky and try and force you over 7 to slow you down.
And also
by coming off objectives.
The +1 to hit only on targets on objectives. Your opponent goes, cool, I just don't put my best stuff on objectives.
Yeah. Especially in missions like Purge where it might come up.
Yeah. They're like, cool, you can murder my trash units, but my good stuff you just have no benefit against.
But then there is that risk that they're getting their trash units flat murdered and therefore they're not holding objectives.
Yeah. So you're then forcing your opponent to play around you to stop you giving bonuses, which is in itself a good bonus.
It's a delicate balance. All right.
I think it adds a level of complexity to the army that otherwise it didn't have.
So this enhancement's really good on the wrong gun, on the wrong weapon.
Yeah.
Right. So Leagues of Votann model equipped with an Autok pattern combi bolter only. Once per battle, when the bearer's unit is selected to shoot, the bearer can use enhancement. If it does, spend up to 3 yield points until the end of the phase. Add the number of yield points you spent to the damage characteristic of the bearer's ranged weapons.
Okay.
And the bolter is cool, but I feel like on like the Iron Here champion with his big hammer, he's really swinging hard this turn.
Yeah, I mean that might be a bit busted though.
Yeah,
if you can put him up to like damage 6.
He's only got 3 attacks though.
Yeah, but how much damage could you put him up to if that could work?
So he's D6 plus 1, so he'd be D6 plus 4.
Yeah, 3 attacks is quite a lot when it's 3d6 plus 12.
Yeah, but it's not
mate.
dev either.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's a real. I'll talk about because I love that model, but only 3 attacks is a real kick in the teeth.
It's like someone thought that 3 attacks at d6 plus 1 is quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, but like,
would you rather 5 attacks at 2 damage?
I'd rather 5 attacks at 3 damage.
Of course you would.
He's a really cool. The problem is if he runs into anything with invulnerable save, he's literally useless.
Except when they fail it.
Apart from and then when they fail, they go called reroll.
Just got to think more positively, Joe. You're so negative about this.
I play
hot takes coming out.
The problem
This is Joe math
The problem
on
is
steroids,
The problem
isn't
is
it?
Paddy. Is I play against people like you and Tom who roll like obnoxious twats all the fucking time.
You rolled double 6 in your Lancer today, Joe, so you had it as well.
Yeah, if I hadn't, the game would have been over a lot quicker. I would have just lost more.
Yeah.
Joe takes.
Yeah.
I hashtag Joe take. The spiciest of takes.
This ancestral crest I am taking because I do think it's actually a very good enhancement.
Yeah.
Is once per turn when you target the bearer's unit with the command reroll stratagem, the bearer can use the enhancement. If it does, spend 1 yield point and reduce the cost of that stratagem.
So it can
basically
free CP reroll.
Yeah, free CP reroll.
But at the expense of yield points.
Once per turn.
So you can spend 1 yield point on a CP reroll.
Yeah,
That's all right.
it's not bad. It's
fine.
I'm not going to go through all the detachments because I imagine, like looking at the comments, people already know the Codex inside out.
Mm-hmm.
So
the thing is with that as well is people have to realise that enhancement is so fucking good for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
What are people most often short of? Command points.
Yeah.
That means you don't have to spend one.
Yeah.
What do you want to be able to control in this book? Yield points, and you can spend one.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
You could if you, for example, if you want to be an advance in charge, you could just command point reroll a hit into a miss, and then you're down a yield point.
It's an interesting one, right? Because it's another miracle dice, fate dice, whatever the Zinch one is, dice kind of mechanic.
That's why I love it.
I quite like it. But this one isn't like Miracle Dice where it takes the dice rolling out of the game. This one keeps the dice rolling in the game, which is why I think it's quite good. Like Eldar's movement points, you can still Miracle Dice can be quite strong because it takes all chance out of the game, whereas this doesn't. Which I think this is really well designed. I really like it the more I hear about it.
So they've got one CP Void Hardened, which is Armor Contempt.
Yeah. And is it for an activation or for a phase?
It'd be like Armor Contempt, so you'd only get it
because there's one left in the game somewhere that's a couple of extra. There's like 2 CP, but
this one it says until the end of the phase.
Okay, so that's is
so
it 1 CP?
So this is 1 CP. So basically, it's Old Oath.
Yeah,
but
Old Armor
Contempt.
That's really good still.
But I'm going to play it like current Armor Contempt.
Because there's different
because
ones
it's identical.
I don't think it's as bad on these guys though, so I think you'd probably be okay.
Is it restricted? Can it be used on everything, or is it like no vehicles? You can use it on your Hecaton.
So until the end of the phase, the shooting phase or the fight phase, just after an enemy unit is selected, its targets. If this unit was in the fortified takeover,
so that's why it's 1 CP because you had to be in fortify.
Yeah.
So you had to. So it doesn't work essentially until you've.
One leaves a Votann unit from your army is selected to be the target of one or more of those attacks until the end of the phase. Each time an attack that targets your unit worsen the AP.
Don't play it as per activation. That's definitely meant to be per phase because you have to have got to 7 and you have to have not spent any. So you have to go for a load of hoops in order to get that strat to work. Because that feels quite like the Kalyon strats, which are limited to if you're in turn 3 onwards.
Yeah. Then you got ancestral sentience. Yeah, let's go with that. My shooting phase: 1 leagues of Votann unit from your army that has not been set to shoot. Each time you use a stratagem, you can spend 3 yield points until the end of the phase. Ranged weapons equipped by the modelled units have models in the unit have sustained hits 1. If you spent yield points during this use of the stratagem, and it gets sustained hits 2.
That's good.
It's not bad.
Sustained hits 2.
It's very good.
When you say not bad, Sustained hits 2 has famously been pretty fucking good this entire edition. Like an entire detachment was busted because of it, and it had to get nerfed.
But if you
Tower.
don't roll 6s, that's good.
Okay, Joe, let's not Joe math this because again, Mordaka broke the game.
No, but what we're saying is
because of it.
but you ran in earlier with fucking 20 attacks and rolled no 6s.
This is true.
It's the happens with a game
Therefore,
of chance.
this is fine.
Yeah.
According to Joe, bring back Mordaka because what if they don't roll 6s?
When it's a stratagem on one unit, it's fine. When it's army wide, it's mental.
That's true.
Right?
And presumably there'll be units around there that have a decent volume of quite good attacks that can really take advantage of this, and you'll be willing to spend your yield points on.
Oh yeah.
I think you'll see this. I think this army rule raises the skill ceiling of Votann significantly.
Yeah.
Because you can be quite a good player and use all of this to make the game just more interactive and have more plays and more different ways to do it. I really like it. It sounds like a really good army rule.
Honor of the Hold, fight phase: 1 leagues of Votann unit from your army that has not been selected to fight this phase until each time you use a stratagem, you can spend 3 yield points. Select 1 enemy unit within engagement range of your unit until the end of the phase. Each time a model in your unit makes a melee attack that targets enemy unit, improve the armor penetration characteristic of their attack by 1. If you spent yield points during the use of the stratagem, improve the armor penetration characteristic of the attack by 2, which is really good.
Flat awesome.
It's incredible.
You roll into a Land Raider, have like a 6-up save.
Well, no, you roll into a knight and you go, you have no save.
Yeah.
You run into Space Marines and you go, no save.
Okay, Joe, give me your hot take, which means this is bad. What if you don't roll any wounds?
Yeah. What if you don't hit?
Well, it's mostly the fact that 4 pin runs everywhere.
Yeah.
But Knights is a really good point.
If you're playing Custodes or I don't know.
Yeah, but then you use the sustained hits one, right? And put more damage.
Because you're on the shooting units, right? So
shoot
'em. It's really good. Like if you're on the right units into the right targets, you're just picking stuff up.
Yeah, it sounds. I think like that's a really cool army rule, detachment rule, and series of strats that just makes the army play a bit more interestingly. It's not just you move, you do normal shooting, you do normal fighting. There's loads of spice.
I love the kind of narrative behind grudge tokens and the concept behind it, but I always felt the mechanic was a bit shit.
Yeah, it didn't really feel like an army rule.
No.
Like, because once you did it, that was
those are grudged, +1 hit, +1 wound. Oh.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Good. All right, cool.
Yeah, it's like it was like the mayonnaise of army rules.
Yeah, and then your stuff that was good at killing the Votann then got grudged. So they got better against you. It's like, I think this is much better.
Yeah, so much better.
This is the best stratagem.
Okay,
here,
best to last.
But no, because still
Hot take time.
One command point, shooting phase. Your unit gets reroll hit and wound rolls of 1.
That is pretty good. Yeah.
I like
Can
that.
you spend points? Because if I was about to think you
Reroll
spend 3 and reroll everything.
Spending 3 and reroll all hit and wound rolls, like
that's Joe's hot take.
no other detachment gets touched. Just go with that one. That's really good, really efficient.
It's a really well written.
It's really good because like the entire army basically hits on 4s anyway. So order of retreat, fall back, shoot, charge. It's really good. It's great, as we know.
Yeah.
Great strategy.
Fall back, shoot, charge, and if you're in the offensive one,
I'm not
reroll those
basically
charges.
right. I know I've said negative things about like the book.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the book is bad.
Yeah.
Right.
He's just getting his excuses in
No,
now.
what I'm saying is I'm not saying because the problem is is when a book comes out, everyone's like, this book is broken. Like I said, there's good points and there's bad. I'm trying to be like, here are the good points, here are the bad points. There's 3 of us. We're having a discussion.
Yeah, and I don't. So my take was everything you said. Nothing seems broken.
Yeah.
It seems like you have to make a choice,
Yeah.
and therefore choice is a good thing in a game which is meant to be interactive between two people because it forces you to think a bit more and it makes games more entertaining.
Yeah.
So I think that sounds to me like I'm sure there'll be someone will find a busted combination somewhere that will eventually get nerfed.
I'm surprised that there's not more Votann players out there crying because the index rule was so good.
I still think this is really good.
I think
it makes you play differently.
I think this is better because the other one is just pick 4 units plus 1 to hit and wound.
Yeah,
I think this one has a higher skill ceiling.
Yeah,
I think exactly that, and you'll be able to play it more interestingly, and therefore people who've played Votann before won't just immediately know how your army works and how to beat it.
Yeah,
because you're going to be playing different every game because you have to make different choices.
And then also a great stratagem, but it is 2 CP.
Okay.
If someone shoots you, you can shoot back at them.
Like at the same detachment.
At the same unit that shot you, you shoot back at it. And it's just these are Votann unit, so it works on vehicles as well.
Love it.
I think it's really, really good.
So the Hekachonk can just shoot back at someone.
Full ballistic skill moment.
Yeah,
it's
really good.
Yeah,
That's it. It's busted. Joe hates it.
What's that?
It must be busted now. There's a really good strat. The internet will go mental.
Well, you know the Codex is good because he's interested in playing Votann again.
No, basically,
I said I would play Votann today, and he's
I'm
like,
going to be 100% honest, right?
Yeah.
I realistically don't have a vast amount of love for the vote. So the Votann basically just play exactly the same as how they did, right? It's like they're not like this is the power close combat army now, right?
Yeah.
It's still a slow dwarf army that has the similar shooter. It still does everything it already did. Right,
but differently now, because that was the whole point, right? Instead of just we have 4 units and we kill them.
The yield point system makes a lot of stuff more efficient.
Yeah,
right. But the damage output has been lessened in places and increased in others.
Yeah.
Right. But as an army, I like 4 of the models. Right.
Yeah, but this is very personal to you. I think it's like a book.
Right, I'm like, but at the end of the day, I can only give my opinions on it. I'm not saying like, I'm not saying if you play dwarfs, like, you're boring, you're basic, right? I personally wanted more of the Tyrannid cool dwarf flavor, right? I'm listening to like dwarf audiobooks about cool dwarf slayer people, right? That's what I want from a space dwarf army.
I always thought dwarf audiobooks were just like how-to mining guides.
Yeah, how to. Yeah,
teach you how to build a coal mine.
Yeah, how to make a decent,
it's a really small book.
Yeah, how to get the most out of your minecart. You know, like who far the destined. Someone was complaining that they've lost wounds or toughness or something.
They've lost wounds across the board, haven't they?
Have they?
Yeah.
What, on the characters or on all the models?
I don't know.
I think the characters seem the
Luke, shall we?
same.
Well, how many wounds are?
So
like, how many wounds is like a captain equivalent? A Khan.
A Carl has got 4.
Yeah, seems
Right.
right.
Hi, Carl.
But he is 3 foot shorter than a Space Marine.
Yeah,
So
much harder to hit.
a Carl data sheet has 4.
Yeah.
T5.
Uther,
Uthar the Destined, yeah.
5 wounds.
He has 5 wounds, toughness 5.
So it's 3 up saver of 2 up.
On this one, he's got a 3 up, 4 up.
3 up, 4 up, yeah. A Bury.
Not in this one.
He's not in there, but he's toughness 6. But he's a blood bastard.
He's a learn up as well.
Grimnir's got 4 wounds.
The Grimnir, the old wizard person,
Yeah.
still 4 wounds, toughness 5.
I think it's the Thunderkin have gone down to 2. They're toughness 6, 2 wounds.
Were they Thunderkin with 3 before?
I think they had 3.
I thought they were only 2. Let's have a look.
But
They were 3, toughness 6, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hearthkin Warriors have stayed the same.
They were
toughness
always
5, 1
2, right?
wound. Einhir Champion, toughness 5, 5 wounds.
He was toughness 6, 5 wounds. He's gone down a toughness.
Yeah.
What were the Terminators? They were toughness 5, 2
Einhir
wounds.
Hearthguard,
Yeah.
I think currently are toughness 6, 2 wounds.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas now they're toughness 5, 2 wounds.
That does make quite a bit of difference.
Toughness 6 Dwarf Terminators was high though, right?
I mean, yeah, again, it's...
Yeah. Berserks, how many wounds?
Toughness 5, 2 wounds currently.
Toughness 6, 1 wound.
I don't know, but against... Mate, in melee, though, everything else is 2 damage anyway.
It's toughness 6, 1 wound, 4 up, feel no pain.
So that's better.
Like,
They had a fight. They were toughness 5-2 wins 5 up, feel no pain.
I'd rather have the new one because toughness 6 is a. You fight Blade Guard, for example, they're now going to wound you on 1 less. They were going to kill you flat anyway, and now you've got 4 at feel no pain, so it's 50-50.
and they still fight on death
They get better if they're in
the fortified.
Yeah.
one. Yeah. So Uthar is basically the same, but once per battle round, when a friendly leagues of Votann unit with the 12 inches model is targeted with a stratagem, this model can use its ability. If it does, reduce the CP cost of the use.
Didn't he used to reduce damage though?
Maybe.
Abilities. Each time an attack is allocated to this model, changes damage characteristics to 1.
Oh, that was a
So
very
he's
spicy
much
rule.
weaker now.
Yeah, but once per turn, you can spend 1 yield point to change 1 hit roll, 1 wound roll, or 1 saving throw made by this model to a 6.
He used to have that, but you didn't have to spend a year point. You just had it.
Yeah. So
So he's just got worse.
Yeah, he has. But then you have to get the new character in the list somehow.
Yeah, of
so
course.
so Bury,
He's flat excellent.
he hits like a fucking
He
truck.
hits harder than Trajan. He's got 1 less attract than Trajan, but 2 more strength,
Right.
1 more AP.
I'm going for a wee. I'm going to do a
So
Joe.
Bury hitting on 2s, 5 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 12, -3, flat 3 damage with precision.
You
Yeah,
can get
that's-
him to -5 of that strat as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
go for a quick wee. If you
Right.
can get us to 50 members, that'd be great, right?
Yes.
Right, he's got
I'll do a
2
dance.
rules.
Maybe not.
When he dies on a do+, he gets back up outside of engaged range with all his wounds remaining.
Yeah.
And Unhinged Vengeance, if someone shoots him, he can do a D6 +2 Blood Surge move,
That's pretty good.
which is really, really good, right? But the problem is, I think he is very killable.
But yes, but most of those low knock characters are like if you get close to a low knock character, it usually means the person who's playing the character has played them poorly.
He's toughness 6, 3 up save, 4 up invuln, 5 wounds, no feel, no pain.
He's very susceptible to either a fast moving shooting unit or a deep striking shooting
Yeah,
unit.
so he basically, when you have him on the table, when your
Yeah.
opponent's got deep strikers, always make sure
He's not
like
first.
he's like 5 or 6 inches behind other friendly units.
So he's really good at going around and like threatening an expansion objective where
Yeah.
they've got like a thing on it that's not going to kill him and then he's going to get closer, or as like a rapid ingress, not a rapid ingress, a heroic intervention threat.
Yeah, he's a really good. He's a good
Yeah.
stand in the corner of the building, an inch
Yeah.
away from the wall, and then near an objective, and then someone goes onto it, and you're like, "Cool, I'll charge in now and do something."
Yeah, and then precision out your character that's going to give you whatever.
He does also have stealth as well,
Yeah.
so he's got low.
Well, he feels like he's got the same combinations like Ghost Kills and Shadow
Yeah.
Sun that even if you can shoot him, he's still pretty hard to
Yeah.
get to because he's stealthy as well.
Yeah, I think he's really good. Carls are basically the same. They still give the unit lethal hits.
That's good.
And when the unit kills something, you gain a yield point.
Nice.
Not bad at all. The Grimnir, I really like the model.
Love the model.
Very
Space
cool.
Dwarf Wizard. It kind of flies in the face of the dwarves don't like wizards, but
Yeah, but he's like the Space Wolves. It's not wizardry.
yeah, but he looks really cool. I just don't think he brings much to the army.
Doesn't he bring 2 flying heavy bolters?
He brings
Brings a fucking cool
2
model to the
flying
table. Yeah.
bolt guns.
Okay.
Right, his range attack's quite good. 3 attacks, hitting on 3, strength 6, -2 D3 damage, or you can hazardous it for 6 attacks. It's really good. He gives his unit a 5 up feel no pain that he joins.
That's really useful.
Right.
And what can he join?
He could only join Hearthkin Warriors.
Earthkin Warriors aren't bad though.
No,
For hold-
especially as an
they're
objective
really
holder.
good for holding your home.
Do they have
objective.
sticky? Earthkin Warriors?
I think so.
Because if they do, that's pretty good. Because they can start on your home, wander up
And
to
they get a rail
expansion.
rifle.
Yeah.
They're decent, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Unit of 10 or 5?
Unit of 10. You're going to take
Unit of
them.
10. Okay.
they're really good, like home objective, but like he's not like cool wizard.
He's
You
a
know,
cool wizard.
He's a cool. He looks like a cool wizard, but he's not like doing cool wizard shit. Right? I had this discussion with someone who works for Games Workshop. Right? Is that
Here comes the help. Here comes the take.
right? And I was talking about Free Guild Cavaliers, the horses, right? And I said they're not very strong. And I was like, yeah, but they are just humans on horses. And I was like, yeah, but have you ever been hit by a horse when it's running full pelt?
Joe knows from experience.
I've been hit by a horse
Yeah.
that's running. It hurts. Luckily, I got bounced. But if you go under, you're not looking great, right? So, but at the end of the day, right, I'm doing a glorious cavalry charge.
Yeah.
I want to feel fucking glorious when I'm doing it. I want to be able to pull a horn up, blast it in my opponent's face, and be like, "Arr!" I want to feel like I'm at Helm's Deep, running down like an 85-degree angle, just like a lunatic.
Okay.
Right? I want my unit to feel like what it should be doing.
Maybe
right?
this wizard is doing protection spells
Yeah,
and giving
he
him a
just
5
feels
feel
like
no
he's
pain.
just rubbing some like essential oils into his little dwarfy friends to make him more protected. Making a big kind shield. I want him just doing like Emperor Palpatine stuff.
So you want him to have a different shooting attack?
His shoot attack's not bad.
What's the shooting attack called, Joe?
It's just called Ancestral Wrath.
So that's exactly. He's literally doing ancestral lightning.
I just want him to be cooler. It's just selfish. I just want him to be better. I just want him to do more.
I like him.
I think he's cool.
I think the problem is that he can only join Hearth King warriors, and ultimately, him and the unit of Hearth King warriors do stuff. Really boring shit though. That's the problem. They go and stand an objective, they make it sticky, and then they walk to another objective, and then they make it.
Seems
sticky,
like a core part of the game,
right?
though.
That's boring though.
Is it?
Right? Like I said, I want to be running at my opponent doing mental shit. I just want to be killing stuff. I want to be chopping stuff up with axes. I want to be. I just want to be just go down doing cool stuff, standing around, like cleaning
Playing the game.
windows.
I don't feel
sweeping
like
up.
I need to say anything right now. He's just digging his own hole right now.
Joe takes a
I
brilliant.
just want to have fun playing the game, and that's not a fun unit. That's what I'm saying.
So-
It's a good unit, but it's not.
So basically, you just want Votann and all armies to be gene stealers.
I want an entire army of berserks. That's what I want. I don't want to have to think.
Presumably, you can take how many in the berserk detachment? 60.
Yeah, their battle line, you take 60.
Yeah, so you can take 60.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you've got your exact wish.
Yeah. The problem is I only have 5.
Yeah, you have 10.
Well, no, I have 10.
So, but it's not a book problem. This is a you don't have enough.
Right,
Oh, no, it's definitely a him problem.
Right, at the end of the day, you can watch loads of.
gives you exactly
At the end of the
what
day,
you want.
you can go and watch the competitive channels that will tell you how to play this army competitively. You can go and watch people that give you an incredibly balanced review. Right, I will give you the. I want to do cool shit. All right, this is how you do cool shit. I want to do cool shit.
and then figure out that you can do cool shit. You just don't yet own the
Yeah,
models.
but let's be honest, right? This is the first. Right, I hate reading off my phone, tablets, and computer screens.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll give you this one.
I'm
Yeah.
a dinosaur, and
It's not been a dinosaur, Joe. It's just not a pleasant
Right.
experience.
This is much. It's
this is
tactful,
the
it's nice.
first time I've actually touched this book.
Yeah.
Right.
It turned up the day after he went on holiday.
Yeah, it was handed to me still in the cellophane wrap
That's nice.
today, before literally like maybe an hour before we went live. And me and Paddy were playing a game, so I didn't really look at it.
He's so prepped.
But I just think. I don't know.
Joe's take is I want to have fun with my 5 attack, 3 damage weapons, and my opponent will stand there and enjoy it, damn it!
Only Joe may dance.
Right.
But Steady Brex just fucking nailed it.
Yeah, that's Joe just down.
We love him for it, though.
That's why I like Tyranids.
So that's why basically Joe has said multiple times he wants Votann to be more Tyranid.
That's
Yeah.
why he calls them Thunder Hammers, you
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. The Memnir strategist, my second favourite model, Dr.
Octopus.
Octopus.
Yeah.
Right. His output is basically useless. He is essentially a mechanical potato.
Yeah.
Right. He is a potato clock or light or whatever.
But he's so important for other reasons, though,
yeah.
right?
So
Let me guess, it's boring.
At the
'cause he's
end
not
of
a
the
gene
command
stealer.
phase, before you determine if your units from your army have the hostile acquisition or fortified takeover
Yep.
for each objective marker you control that has one or more models with this ability within range of it, you can spend or gain 1 yield
That's
point.
great.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Really good.
One or more as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
you could have 2, one on your expansion, one on your home, and then you just definitely get to choose.
And then once
each one.
per battle round, This model can use this ability. If it does, you can target this unit with the Fire, Overwatch, or Heroic Intervention stratagem for 0 CP. And he can join Steeljacks,
Nice.
the big robots. I like the model. His rule's really good, and I really like the model.
He's a win.
He's a win.
Yeah.
He's a win.
Straight win. He does look cool
I'm going
as
to be
well.
honest, right? My opinions on this are not going to have any real influence on whether it's good or bad. It's just, I like the model. It's cool. You know, it doesn't hit hard enough. Basically, when I look at books nowadays, I have the same mentality of, you know, when like two kids are having a lightsaber fight.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, I cut your arm off. And they're like, no, I've got a mechanical arm that's lightsaber deflecting.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
I win. And it's just like, I kind of like, none of it makes any real sense. And
What are you talking about?
I just don't
How
know
has that
anymore.
got anything to do with a codex?
No, the thing is, about Codex, like, when I looked at codexes now, I'm not thinking about like what's going to win me a game,
Okay.
right? Like I'm looking at what is going to bring me the most amount of joy on the table.
Okay.
that
I get that.
Right.
Not sure where the lightsaber analogy
So,
comes
but
in.
the lightsaber analogy is that, like when it doesn't I like kids just want to have fun. They want to do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, I'm gonna have a sword fight with you, but I'm immune to all of your sword fighting attacks.
Until
right?
you whack him on the knuckles.
Yeah, and you just pick up a stick and just. But yeah, I'm that kid. It's like I want to have cool, fun stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't really care what your army does as long as I'm having fun.
Which involves you just running a train over them.
I really enjoyed playing Black Templars this morning until I lost, and then it wasn't a fun game anymore. But it was over, so it didn't really matter.
This is what I work with on the daily, Paddy.
Never change, mate. You're brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, facts.
Right.
That's a fact.
So the Arcanist.
Go on, sound it out, mate.
ARKAN Arcanist, I think,
Yeah.
is what we're going to go
Arcanist.
with. The Evaluator or the Ejaculator, right?
Oh, Mr. Gunman.
Mr. Big Gun Man, right? I have nothing but he has the best rules. And
His gun is cracked.
It's mental.
Yeah.
So he's lone op. He can't join a unit. He's
Yeah.
only got 4 wounds, no feel, no pain, nothing. Right? He's just,
Okay.
he's just a toughest
That's
5.
important.
He's just a dude.
He's just a guy with a 3-up save,
Yeah.
4 wounds.
He's very
Four
grenadable.
Force wounds is important.
He is
Okay.
he is very grenadable.
Yeah.
Right. His gun has 1, 2, 3 different firing modes.
Yeah.
Right. They all
One's
have,
hazardous, right?
They
That's what
all
4
have
wounds is for.
No, 2 of them have hazardous.
The third one has a turbo hazardous.
Right. They're all rapid fire, but
Yeah.
each version gets stronger. So the first version is rapid fire 1, the second one is rapid fire 2, the third one is rapid fire 3.
What's the range?
So the first one is 12 inches, the second one is 18, the third one is 24. So the further it shoots, the more dangerous it gets.
Yeah.
Right? They're all 3 shots, they all hit on 2s, they're all strength 8. But then obviously each version gets a higher AP, so it's AP1, AP2, AP3, and then it's damage 1, damage 2, damage 3.
So
So-
at 12 inches, you get 6 shots at 833.
Yes, but
Is it?
Well, no, at 12-inch range, you get 4 shots because rapid fire 1.
no. On the,
rapid
on the
three.
bottom profile.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, 12 inches, you get 6 shots.
Yeah. So 6 shots, 833. Sounds incredible,
Sounds
right?
good.
Let's listen
Right.
to this Gets Hot rule.
Oh, overcharge. Each time the bearer takes a hazardous test for this weapon profile, subtract 2 from the result.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. You
So hazardous on 4s.
You get 2 bad rolls out of him. You get
I thought you were about to say he gets an extra wound. I thought you say if he won hazardous, he's dead.
Doesn't it do 3 damage as well?
Yeah, because it's character, so
yeah,
it'll do
his
3
character
damage on the
just takes
hazardous.
3 flat, bam.
So 2 bad rolls and a 4 up,
Yeah.
you're dead.
And is he lone up, or is he
So
lone
he's
up?
lone
near
up. So
infantry?
he's lone up when he's 3 inches away from an enemy unit.
3
Well,
inches.
3 inches from a friendly unit.
But to be fair, the overcharge is only on the strongest gun. So the middle gun profile doesn't have overcharge, so he only gets hot on a 1.
On a 6. Yeah, on a 1.
On a 1.
Yeah.
and then it's got another one called.
But the turbo overcharge, the 8.33,
Yeah.
is where he gets hot on a 1, 2, or 3.
Got it. Okay.
And then resource transmutation. Once per turn in your shooting phase, one model with this ability can use it when it is selected to shoot. If it does, you must spend 1 yield point, and until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by that model have the sustained hits 1. ability, and after that model has shot this phase, if one or more enemy units were destroyed by those attacks, you gain 2 yield points.
I like it. Spend one, get 2.
I like that rule because it encourages you to use the big shots. Because you're like, I want sustained hits.
I do love the fact that you can Hail Mary him at the end there and go 6 shots, strength 8, -3/3 with sustained hits.
Yeah.
And I will sacrifice myself.
For me,
maybe if he's taken no wounds, you're not sacrificing yourself.
I couldn't get him done in time. I'll have him for Thursday. He's
God.
he's one of those. He's one of those units where I'm like, I want free, and I'm never not overcharging.
Yeah.
I'm always going big time.
He sounds like when Mordaka had that big mech with thingy portal gun. He's similar. I take 3. They're all going to die.
Hilariously, though, statistically over 4 turns, he always dies.
Yeah.
If you go mega overcharge.
But when you've got 3, you're good to go.
But there is a chance that all 3 of them die in the first 2 battles.
Splat. But what damage have you done with them? And how many points are they? There can't be much, right? What's the back of the book points for them?
I don't know. He's got the actual points.
Oh, you've got the actual points. Ooh,
we get those. We're very lucky.
I love it. I think
What we don't get right now is gifted memberships. You fuckers.
We have had 5.
Yeah.
It's because I have
26.
26. Is that because Joe hasn't given hopes yet?
It's because I have wild and unhinged opinions on stuff that people don't.
See on that screen there where it says new members 26.
It's literally right in front of me.
Yeah, literally.
Is it because Joe's not hoping for people?
Not yet. We're about to start.
He's 75 points.
Yeah, so 225 for 3.
Yeah.
Well worth.
Yeah, you just go.
Especially for loan ops as well.
His load up's only if he's in range of infantry.
They're 75 points, right?
Yeah.
All 3 of them outflank. Just bring them on wherever you want. Just walk on the side of the table.
Does the loan up rule?
I was about to say, do they proc of each other?
Does it proc if they're within range of each other?
Whilst this model is within 3 inches of one or more other friendly leagues of Votan infantry units.
So yes.
Excluding units with the lone operative ability.
Boo!
Just a triangle. I like that we both went there.
Boo!
So gamey.
But I love that. Just 3 of them waddling on going, you can't shoot me.
Yeah. Well, you could.
But also
put another unit in strat reserve. So you could do exactly that. You could bring 3 in on strat plus a unit in strat reserve.
Even better, they have deadly demise 1. So when they explode, they hurt.
So imagine you've done 1 and another one's already taken a hazardous, and then he dead demises and kills his mate.
Yeah,
those are incredible.
I
love that. I love that so much.
The Brock here Iron Master.
Yeah.
He's the guy that runs around with the exosuit people.
Yeah.
He's got lone op when he's within 3 inches of a vehicle or steel jacks.
So he's like a tech marine, right?
The unit he joins gets reroll wound rolls with 1.
That's really good.
He used to give +1 to hit, which was always like a redundant rule because most of the time his unit got +1 to hit. So changing to reroll 1s to wound is really good.
It's good.
And he still heals stuff D3, basically.
Yeah, that's cool.
Really good.
With an F.
Thunderkin.
With an F.
Well, it's like that's how they say it, isn't it?
No.
West Country.
Why are all towards West Country?
Because Games Workshop said so.
Okay, fair. Touche.
Or
Fair
Yorkshire.
Or Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Thunderkin.
Scottish if you're Lord of the Rings dwarves.
My favourite version was the Graviton blast gun. Which
Yeah, they
was
were
the
really
D6
good, right?
blast gun.
But anti-vehicle 3+.
They were anti-vehicle. Were they 3 or 2?
I thought they're 3+.
Was it
4+. Anti-vehicle 4+.
Well, basically, they went around and deleted all my battle suits when I played
but
Tau into them.
battle suits do not enjoy.
No, they flat just murdered my crisis suits.
Yeah. Chat, we got over 200 people watching right now, and we're struggling on 26 of the finest gifted memberships. If all 200 people of you right now gift a single membership, we'll probably get over the 100.
So
That's how maths works.
At least, minimum.
currently, 18-inch range, D6 blast,
Okay.
hitting on 4s, strength 5, AP 2, damage 2, anti-vehicle 2+.
But it's damage 2 now, not 3, right?
In this, it's damage 2, right?
yeah.
So it's damage 2.
No, this is this.
Now, 24-inch range,
Okay.
6-inch boost,
Which makes a difference.
flat 3. So
That's way better.
it's,
Already.
it's for
Yeah,
me.
it's
I
way
think it's
better.
better because you'd average 3 or 4.
Yeah, but you're not
across-
targeting vehicles. Never give blasts, so
Yeah.
you'd want
Yeah,
more reliable shots.
So 3 shots, hitting on 4s, so they're
Yep.
kind of the same. Strength 5, AP 2, damage 3.
yeah,
But they're anti-monster, anti-vehicle 3+.
It's better.
that's
It's
just
just
better.
flat better.
Yeah,
So much better.
That's really good.
Yeah.
No dev wounds?
No.
That's fine, but it's still -2.
The conversion beamer, which is 2 shots at strength 7, AP 2/3, has lethal. Obviously, if they're outside of 12 inches, they lethal on 4s. In your shooting phase, after this unit has shot, select one enemy unit hit by one or more of those attacks until the start of your next phase. That enemy unit cannot benefit from cover. This is a really good shooting unit. So good. Hearthkin Warriors are sticky, and they reroll hit rolls of 1.
I really rate Hearthkin Warriors in this book. They're so much better.
What? How many special weapons?
T5 infantry.
Yeah.
Right. They can have a railgun in there.
Yeah.
They make sticky objectives. They reroll hit rolls of 1 naturally.
Yeah.
And then obviously, depending on what mode you're in, you get +1 hit as well.
Yeah.
But they're solid.
What's their regular gun? What's like their boggo? It's like a bolt gun.
They've got a bolter, which is it's just a bolt gun, 2-shot bolt gun. Or you can have the Ion Blaster, which is 18-inch range gun. Strength 5, AP 2, damage 1.
You can have that as a basic weapon, Paddy.
Yeah. And their sticky objective and their toughness 5.
Yeah.
They're really good, Joe.
Yeah, I know.
Especially with sticky objectives.
They have only got 4-up save though. So they need
my Boggo infantry at toughness 5 only have a 4-up save.
So they kind of need the wizard
that you could put a wizard with to get a 5-up field no pain. How good's that?
That's really good. I know it might be boring, Joe, but basically you're paying a very small tax in order to have a game that you can win while doing the fun stuff you like.
Boring. More big gun people. big guns go bang.
Yeah, I skimmed.
How did you win a golden ticket to anything?
Not 40k, mate.
Yeah, well, thank God.
No guns, no guns.
because I'm not trying to win. I'm just blowing shit up, having fun. I'm like, me and my opponent, we're going to have fun.
Do Hearthkin Warriors have a base invulnerable? From some war gear?
You can give them a 5-up invuln, yeah.
So you can give them a 5 invuln, 5-up field pain sticky objective.
That's just boring.
Why is that boring?
Just little bleb.
Literally everything you always want.
It's not doing anything.
So it's a 5-up field pain. You pick armies for that
For a
reason.
single strategy with a 5-up field pain.
You've got one guy with admittedly a half decent gun, right? The Magma.
And the AP2 on a regular gun isn't half decent.
No,
that's rubbish.
Strength 5 as well.
Strength 5 AP2. That's not like special weapons for a lot of armies.
Chat, we're now 2 away from 50, by the way.
More Joe hot takes. More objectively wrong takes.
What I love is the little face where he sat there kind of realising, oh, actually, shit, these are quite good.
But I have to defend the position I initially took.
All right, I've written my list already, right? They did not make the cut. Right?
Well, I'm happy with that, because you will give away loads of ability to survive. Especially when they're in defensive mode with a -1 to wound. At toughness 5. With a 5 invulnerable
and a 5-up field pain.
Yeah, but
it
gets because they're 100 points for 10.
So 10 points per model.
Yeah,
That's really good.
yeah.
Like
Boring.
that's 100 points for.
Also, if they take a medic in the unit, right,
Yeah.
they don't get a 5-up field pain, but they do
I
get a
didn't see
6-up
that
field
one.
pain.
Sorry, chat. So they do have a 6-up field no pain baked in. Just like
So for 100 points, they have a 6-up field.
yeah.
I'm sorry, mate. You're wrong. Because think of it that way. That whole unit lets you have fun with the other 1,900 points of your army, and your home objective is just sorted for the whole game.
Nah, just put Dr. Octopus on it.
Fine, Doctor.
I think there's a possibility in the future I'll end up playing the Votann because he's already said he doesn't really like the models and he thinks the wolves are quite boring. And I read the book before that turned up and I was like... when they released the models before we had any rules, I was like, oh, actually, the range is quite nice now. And he did such a nice job of the paint scheme that when they very first came out, I wasn't bothered by them. And then Joe brought them to the old studio painted. I was like, oh, actually, they're quite nice. Yeah. And when I first skimmed the book after saying I played them, I was like, oh, I quite like these. These are quite spicy. And then Joe was like, I'll play. JOTANN's coming back. I was like, oh, fuck, he's read the book. Evidently, he hasn't.
Joe just basically found a model with a Tyranid part in it and therefore wants to play it because it's Tyranid.
He's Big Spearman and then Dr. Octopus.
Is he an epic hero, that Big Spearman?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. the Steeljacks are toughness 6. The Steeljacks have got a good profile.
Okay, read it to me.
I'm not saying I'm not saying that they're bad.
I
I'm
love
saying
the
don't
Steel
like
Jacks.
them.
I know
Really
you
good
don't
too.
like them. I
I
quite
don't
like
like the
them.
models.
Because you've got the what look like Reavers, the pistol and sword.
Yeah.
The pose is just like I built the gun versions, right?
Okay.
Because I thought that they just looked better aesthetically in my mind. Right? Skill level, mate. Skill level. Steel Jacks. Move 5, toughness 6, 2 up, armor save, 3 wounds.
Okay.
I mean, that's really good.
That's, that's good.
I'm not saying this unit is bad. I'm just saying I don't like them.
That's a custody profile with the exception of the Invon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You don't give a shit about the pistol because it does fuck all. But their main
Is
gun.
it also strength -3,
no,
3
it's 2
damage or
shots,
something?
hitting on 4, strength 4, no AP, 1 damage.
Okay, fine.
Right?
Doesn't do anything.
The heavy Volkite disintegrators, 24-inch range, 6 shots, hitting on 4, strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage, dev wounds.
That's an interesting take on Volkite, isn't it? Because Volkite's normally AP 0 2
yeah.
damage.
Yeah,
Correct.
so you can
Weird.
have 6 of them. So that's you could do your own maths.
It's probably better than Joe
18.
Maths. Yeah.
30,
No, it's got dev wound, sorry, it just flat murders everything in
so
the game.
36 shots.
So therefore, according to
Eight.
Joe Math, that is a dead knight.
No, I don't think it's.
Minimum.
I don't think it's very good. It's good, but it's not like I'm not taking Steel Jacks over
Thunderkin.
Thunderkin.
Yeah, fine.
Right? Because I kind of feel like they just do what your units already do.
What are the swords like?
So the sword version, 6 attacks,
Yeah.
hitting on 3s.
6 attacks each.
Yeah.
That's mental. That's
Hang on.
more than a custodian guard.
But
Now
strength 6, AP2, 1 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
So
It's like a sweep.
yeah, but they are sustained hits 1. So you get fuckloads of attacks, but they're only damage
What do they hit on again?
3.
So I would personally,
So,
honestly, I like the models. I think they're cool.
Yeah.
I personally would rather just take Hearthguard. Because,
Yeah.
which we'll get onto
Yeah.
soon,
Yeah.
because they're just better.
Yeah, so both the shooting and the combat versions, there are units in this book which just
That
do
do
the
it
job
better.
better.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
bit of internal balance issue there then.
Yeah, like they're super tough and they can tank damage all day. But the thing is, though, like we had this discussion this morning about custodes, right? You've got a 2 up, 4 up, but in most matches,
You got 4 up.
You've got a 4 up,
Yeah.
right? So having a 2 up save is essentially the same as having a 4 up in
Yeah.
kind of thing. So they're very tough, but
They sound a lot tougher than their other
I'm
options.
going-
Like the output might be lesser than like half guard, but they sound tough as anything.
I think honestly, I think the gun versions are actually okay because of the dev wounds. Because the
Yeah.
dev wounds
I
just make
think-
them interesting.
But also, if you need, it's like heavy intercessors, right? You need to stand them on an objective and be like, I can actually survive something.
in some matches, like orcs and horde tyranids and stuff like that, guards they rinse through like toughness 3, toughness 4, 1 wound stuff.
Yeah, they'll rinse through screens and
Yeah.
move blocks and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then stand on an objective and be like, you
Yeah.
genuinely need to put something big into me.
Yeah, but I think for them to have any meaningful effect on the table, you have to have 6, not 3.
Yeah, agreed. 3-man units will die too quickly.
Yeah. Iron Here Champion Man, right?
Love him.
Weirdly placed in the book as a character in the middle.
Yeah.
But he's with the Terminators. He's with like for like armor.
I'm cool with that if they were consistent throughout the whole book.
Correct.
Yeah. And all other codexes. Yeah. Right? So, toughness 5, 2 up save. You can give him a 4 up invuln. Or. So, weirdly, he can have a 4 up invuln, or he gives his unit deep strike. You can't have both.
War good choices. You just give
I'd
them the
rather
invuln
have the
choice.
deep strike and
He,
rapid ingress.
he gives his unit +1 advance and charge. So, with the army
That's
rule,
really
+1
good.
advance and charge with re-rolls, really, really good. When he makes a charge move, he does his, like, I call it the Sonic move, where he does mortal wounds on the charge. He like just rolls in like a ball. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, like a
Like,
droidica. Yeah.
Right? His combat attacks, he's got the axe, which I think is the better, more consistent version. So 6 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 6, -3, damage 2.
That's good.
Good. The hammer, the cool version, is only 3 attacks. Hitting on 3, strength 12, -3, d6 +1 damage.
Still good.
It's good, but it's way too swingy. Like, into anything with an invulnerable save, like, you might kill a Terminator.
Yeah, but hear me out.
Yeah.
He's also got a whole unit
Of people behind
of
it.
people who are
Yeah,
also fighting. And then you just pick who goes first depending on what you're fighting into.
Yeah, I just want cool. The problem is I've spent too
Don't
long.
say you want cool stuff.
I've spent too long playing Hero Hammer, right, with Space Marines, right?
Yeah.
And I'm used to Space Marines putting out a certain amount of damage. New Black Templar characters,
Yeah. Mental.
right? And I'm like, I want that.
You know how you can get that? You just play Black Templars, and when you want to play a different army, you play a different army like Votann, which do something slightly different. Because the Votann, unlike Black Templars, also shoot really hard. So if they hit as hard as Black Templars and shot hard, they'd be ridiculous.
I want that.
Have you heard of
Why
Knights,
can't I
Joe?
have that?
You could just play Knights right now.
What was he building on holiday?
Right.
We heard it here first. Gamey Joe.
Oh, Paddy, you just got gifted a membership.
Oh.
Shit. I did.
I think
I'll get you back, team.
the problem is, right, with the Votann is that I just have real mixed emotions about, because they're not an army that I look at. Like, I looked at immediately, like, I want to do that army, because I'm not like emotionally attached to them. You know, I'm not like, I don't have like playing Votann. We play them for the channel, and they kind of exist, and we have the army. It's not like, I don't think they're an army that I would do if I wasn't part of the channel.
That's fair.
You know,
But
Well,
I
that's
think,
what I'm saying. I'll play them.
yeah.
Let's get JOTANN out of the way for this week.
Yeah.
And I don't mind playing Votann in the future.
And I think,
no issues with that.
again, it comes back to they are almost like the most middle of the road army now. They do a bit of everything.
Yeah.
They do it quite well. They don't exceed at any one thing. And they're probably still quite good for beginners to get involved with.
Let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
I only deal in extremes,
That is true. You
right?
do. Yeah.
Right?
6 pork chops.
And the only extreme you deal in 40k is extreme melee because you don't do shooting.
I hate extreme shooting. I find it really boring. I like extreme combat.
You like fast melee.
Yeah. I've only put shooting into the Black Templars because
You have to.
because I have to, because like for some reason my characters can't join Blade Guard.
Does that mean, Joe, that by your own definition you're boring? Because you put shooting in your
No,
list.
it's different because it's me.
Sorry, my mistake.
Hearthguard, the Terminators are now better in my opinion because
This will be a hot take because chat will disagree with it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen chat already saying they're not. So yeah, spin
right.
this.
So
I like Hearthguard, but they do need fixing. But what they need fixing on is their points. Carry on.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, so toughness 5, 2 wounds, 2 up armor save. You can give the unit a 5 up in one.
That's good. Can I
Right.
feel no pain at all?
No.
Okay.
Right. Each time a modernist unit makes a ranged attack that targets the closest eligible target, re-roll the hit roll of 1.
That's good.
Right.
What's their
They
range
all hit
output?
on 3s.
Yeah.
Right. So if they're shooting stuff on objectives, they're hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
Re-rolling 1s. I think it's really, really good.
Yeah. What's the profile though?
So they got a plasma gun, which is rapid fire 1 shot, strength 7, -3, 2 damage.
That's good.
Right. They've got
Is that overcharged or it doesn't have an overcharge?
doesn't have an overcharge. It's that flat.
And everyone's got one.
You can have the entire unit all with plasma.
Is it
guns.
5s or 10s?
5s and 10s.
So a unit of 5. Okay, cool.
Right. Or
What's the plasma gun profile? Sorry.
723. 732.
732.
So it used to be 832.
So it's lost the strength,
The
but it's also presumably lost hazardous.
The disintegrator is 3 shots hitting on 3, strength 5, no AP, 1 damage, dev.
Same.
Yeah.
Right, and then you've got the grenade launcher, which, given its profile currently, I never shot it because it was just too much hard. It was just,
D6 shots, blast, hit on 3, strength 4, AP nothing, 1 damage, 18-inch range.
Now they're D3, strength 3, no AP, 1 damage. I just ignored them.
I'd rather just have the plasma guns.
I just ignored their existence because I was like, I can't be bothered to roll that many shots.
So what's their unit rule? The reroll ones. If
Reroll
you're
ones, yeah. So you just take plasma guns.
Does that work in melee as well?
Makes a ranged attack, so no.
And what's the melee profile?
So you've got concussion gauntlets.
Yeah.
Power fists.
The power fists.
Yeah.
2 attacks, hitting on 3s, strength 8 -2, 2.
Yeah.
Used to be strength
Power
9.
Yeah. The gravitation hammer, which is anti-monster, anti-vehicle 3+, 3 attacks, hitting on 4s, strength 9, AP 1, damage 3.
That's
Same
still
before,
good.
but it's gained anti-monster, anti-vehicle.
Interestingly, that it didn't go down the Thunderhammer route of being strength 5 with anti-monster vehicle 3+.
And then,
Only the sergeant can take that.
and
though.
then the power blade, 3 attacks, hitting on 3, strength 6, -2, damage 1.
Yeah, which is the same.
How many points is that? That sounds like a 150 for 5.
Interestingly, they used to be when they were being led, they were -1 to wound as well.
Right, so they
So
were pretty tanky.
if you're being led and strength was higher as -1 to wounds, which you would now get if you were in the defensive profile,
Yeah.
but you won't get in the aggressive
Yeah,
profile.
because otherwise then... Yeah, I can see why they took the rule away.
They're 135 points for 5.
A little pricey. They seem like they'll die
There are 2 up armor
really quick.
So basically, you've got the same amount of wounds. So for 35 points more of a normal unit of Herf kin, you've got a 2-up save and a better shooting and combat profiles.
Yeah, they're too much.
I think they're fixing points though. I don't think the rules are bad.
No, because they're different, aren't they? Because people are comparing them with the old version, but they're a different unit now. Because I guess Steeljacks now have much more of a place, right? Because if you want a tough unit, you take a Steeljack.
Yep.
You don't now take a Halfkin.
100%. And I think their concussion gauntlets on Steeljacks are better as well.
Yeah. So it's a different unit that does different rules, but it's not worth 135 points. No chance. Because they'll die to a stiff breeze.
But what would you price them at then? Because I think
115.
I think with the points decrease, they become quite
115 because then they're a semi-tough skirmisher. Do they have deep strike?
No, but you can give them. So all the characters have a little. Crest,
this is with the dude.
So basically, you can mix and match your crests on your characters and your units for the best kind of pairings, right? So. There's one crest that gives your unit a 5-up invuln, but you can have a character that gives them a 5, or you can give a crest that gives them a deep strike, or a character gives them.
So I could see a unit of them, deep rapid ingressing in, a unit of 10 with a character, rapid ingress, comes out, shoots something, charges something, and then dies. But that's kind of worth it for 300 points all up.
If the character's what's it called? Crest gives them the invuln. What you do is you give the character the invuln crest.
Yeah.
You give the unit the deep strike crest.
Oh, you can do that. Yeah, too easy.
So the character gives the unit the invuln, and the unit gives the whole unit deep strike,
inclusive of the character.
I think.
It's a unit, isn't it?
I think ultimately they should have all been 3. I don't think the gauntlet should be 2 attacks. I kind of think everything should be 3 attacks, and then it's literally the stats next to the attacks that is what you choose for.
10 plus a Carl. Or 10 plus a character for about under 300 points.
I said I was like, when I first looked at it, I was like 110 points for 5, so 12 points a model.
Yeah.
Maybe 115, I agree.
Yeah.
I would argue even perhaps 120, because you've got to think that 110, you're talking 2 points more a model to get more rules than you get for the Warriors.
Absolutely.
But I guess there's only 5 of them. But 110 for 5, I think is... So it's not 12 points, is it? It's 22 points a model. I think it's probably reasonable.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think 135 is the only problem with them. I think their rules are fine. They're just pointed too highly.
Yeah. But that's it. That's a really easy fix.
Yeah.
That is a really easy fix.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. But they just have a different rule because I'm glad they changed it. Otherwise, because the Steeljacks, I think, actually are less... There is internal balance there because if you want defensive, you go for Steeljacks. If you want offensive, you can go for the half guard because they go out, they shoot, they charge.
Well, Chthonian Berserks, right?
Yeah,
I love them.
These are pure melee, right?
I always loved them.
I love them.
Okay, right? But they've lost a wound for some reason. But I think they've lost a wound, but they've got Feel No Pain 4+. So they're quite tough to shift.
Yeah. And they're upper toughness, aren't they? They're tough to 5, tough to 6.
This is 6, 1, but 4 at Feel No Pain.
I think as a unit, they should. I think they should have a 5-up invuln. I think that's what this unit is missing. To
An
be
invuln. What's their save?
Good. A 5-up.
So they're basically just no save.
So basically, no save, 4-up, Feel No Pain.
So statistically, 2 damage just carves through them.
Yeah, like
because they'll pass 1, fail 1.
So like strength 3 is wounding them on 6s.
Yeah.
So strength 4 on 5. So a lot of strength 4 firepower will.
Well, 5 to 6 is a really big break point in both strength and toughness.
Yeah.
Because there's a load of stuff that's in the strength 5, strength 6.
They've got Fight on Death, but on
That's
a 4+.
good.
But if you're in the Fortify, it's on a 3+.
And that's just baked into the data sheet.
It's baked into the data sheet.
So
yeah.
nice.
In combat, so I've got them with the axes.
Yeah.
3 attacks, hitting on 4s, strength 7, AP 2, flat damage 3.
How many attacks each? 3?
3, so it's 15 attacks.
But don't forget as well that although they're hit on 4s, depending on the stance you're in, you can get +1 to hit.
Yeah.
And they're
That's
and
really
they're going to be
good.
pushing objectives. They're your objective clearers.
Yeah, because they clear, but they don't hold it. So you need to follow them up with something like a Steeljack unit.
Or some Hearthguard Warrior.
Or you
Warriors.
give them the mauls, which are anti-monster, anti-vehicle 3+. The heal force, they're strength 5, AP 2, damage 3. So they're better at killing.
I prefer axes.
Yeah, I prefer the axes. But
I like having
the
utility.
mauls are better at killing monsters and vehicles. It's just matchup dependent.
I don't think you need that though when you've got things like Thunderkin.
But the axe,
Yeah,
the axes
and
are
Hecatonk land
flat.
fortresses.
I think the axes are flat better because there's more people running all infantry armies.
Yeah, or they can actually have a go at most things.
I'm going to go for a Wii.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that because we're about to get onto the unit that you fucking hate?
I don't hate it.
Which unit is this?
I just don't think it has a place.
Did you talk about the Fight and Death?
Yes.
I was reading chat at the time.
I think they're good. I think they're really good.
And your shooting phase after this unit has shot, select one enemy unit, hit by one of the attacks made with a mole grenade launcher until the start of your next shooting phase. That enemy unit cannot be targeted with fire overwatch round.
Oh, are we talking about the new mole?
This is them. They get a little mole goober that they can take, right?
Cool.
You
Yeah.
lose some melee weapons though, which I don't like.
But you can. So what you can do is you can take the unit of Infernus Marines that you're staring at, make them not be able to fire Overwatch, and then charge into them.
You can, yeah, but you lose axes.
Yeah, but would you rather? What would you lose more axes
Well, what I would
to?
rather do in
Yeah.
current competitive play is just stage behind terrain. I've got reroll charges anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
I'd rather
Yeah.
just sacrifice 2 inches of charge, hide behind terrain, and then just
I don't know.
reroll
Sometimes
charge.
it's nice to just go, I'm 1 inch away from you, I cannot fail, and I'm going to get loads of movement, and I've lost 1 axe, but against your Overwatch, I probably lose 4 axes.
Yeah.
It's a good bit of tech to take, though, if you need it. Because how many times is a Land Raider Redeemer just in the middle being like, you can't melee me?
You say you didn't like the concussion moles?
Yeah, well, he just said they weren't as good as the axes, which I think
How,
is true.
though? So the difference between the two of them is
2 pips of strength?
the 2 pips of strength,
Yeah.
but the concussion mole gets anti-monster, anti-vehicle 3+.
If it had anti-character, I'd be in.
But strength 5.
Yeah. There's
A
a
lot
lot
of
of
characters-
characters, isn't there?
I don't know. I think the mole's really fucking good.
The maul is good, but against a lot of infantry that you want to fight, you're winning on 4s rather than 3s. And then if you can get it into a vehicle, but I think your original point of you just take Thunderkin and shoot vehicles,
Yeah, I don't know. I like the concussion moles.
I think they're a good option.
I also like the fact that they're big fucking hammers. So I like that they look cool on dwarfs. To be
They
fair.
do appear to be more dwarfy.
I don't think you lose a melee weapon to take the mole launcher. For every 5 models in this unit, 1 model that is not equipped with twin concussion launcher or a mole grenade launcher can be equipped with 1 mole grenade launcher. For every 5 models in this unit, 1 model that is not equipped with mole grenade launcher can have its heavy plasma axe. Okay,
Oh, that's all right then.
that sounds reasonable then. To be fair,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe I'm wrong. I thought you lost a melee weapon for it.
But what's good about that unit design is the fact that Joe thinks Axe is best, you think Maul's best, I think there's a place for both of them. Again, that's good unit design, right? Because you have multiple options that are viable.
But obviously, the bathroom is where I do most of my best thinking.
Yeah.
A
Spicy take coming in.
Basically, I see a world where I run Votann a lot,
Yeah.
but it's 60 berserks.
Yeah.
And you do 30 of each, 30 mauls, 30 axes. That's how you solve this problem.
Smart.
You just take all.
How many points is that?
There are 100 points for 5, so
They're really good.
So
it's 200 points for
So 1,200 points.
1,200 points.
And you were whinging earlier that you couldn't do exactly that thing you've just talked about.
You've got loads of points left over.
Yeah, you've got
so what you can also
800
do is
points.
mount them all in fucking land fortresses.
Yeah. Or take 60 Hearthguard regular dudes.
Hearthkin warriors.
Yeah, take 60 of them as well. All the objectives are sticky forever.
Boring. What I have is more stuff to charge at my opponent.
Right, let's talk about this next unit though, because
Right, so-
this next unit, when they brought the model out for it, I was like, I like this a lot.
I really liked it.
love this model.
Right, the model's really cool. It
Yeah.
looks badass. I like the big like engineer style dwarfs hanging around it. Big fan. It's got 2 shooting options, right? A breacher ordnance, blast heavy indirect fire, right?
Okay.
24-inch range,
Yeah.
D6+1 shots,
Yep.
but blast.
With blast. Yep.
Strength 10,
Yeah.
AP 1, damage 2.
Okay. Interesting.
Right? But the problem is that it's you don't want to put it in line of sight because people will just shoot it because it's
Yeah.
got a pretty poo defensive profile.
Yeah.
So you're shooting a direct, which means it never gets AP1. It's going to basically strength 10, damage 2.
Interesting. Yeah.
The other option is tremor shells, which is 36-inch range.
Because 24-inch range means you couldn't put it on your backfield and
Yeah,
you
it's
to interact
got to
with
be
much.
close. It's got to be really close.
Yeah.
Kind of like it just kind of
So
divides.
36 is good.
Right, 36-inch range,
Yeah.
which is That's home field.
That's home field to home field.
Yeah, that's like sitting on your home objective, shooting into the middle of the table quite comfortably.
Maybe to the edge of their home objective. Yeah.
Blast heavy, indirect fire, D6 plus 4. So
Okay, it's good.
strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage.
So it's a cultist killer. It does what indirect.
Yeah.
It does what indirect weapons do
Right.
this edition, right?
So
Which thankfully is not much.
So you're never getting the +1. You're never getting the AP 1. Really. Right?
Did you not have an ability to give extra AP to shooting attacks in some of the detachments? You could get extra 1 or 2 AP,
combat,
couldn't you?
wasn't
I can't remember if it was combat or not. But it's an indirect weapon,
Right,
and I
so-
think every
right,
time.
What it's really
Yeah.
good. What it's really good is killing little 5-man chaff units.
Yeah.
Eldar don't like it.
No.
Like Eldar aspect warriors don't like these.
But that's the thing with indirect, because indirect is either not really that useful, but sometimes kills Eldar, or oppressive.
Yeah, you don't want it to be oppressive.
And I'd much prefer it to be like
Yeah.
this.
And then obviously in your shooting phase, after this unit is shot, select one enemy unit hit by one or more of those attacks made by the tremor shells, and that unit must take a Battleshock test, subtracting 1 from the result.
That's useful because you don't use it to kill stuff. You just use it to, because -1 Battleshock comes up quite often, and then you're like, on that melee unit, it can no longer fight on death, or it can no longer interrupt, and then you get to have a much better time with it.
And then the other one is the Breacher Ordnance version, which is up to twice per battle.
Yeah.
In your shooting phase, when this unit is selected to shoot, it can use this ability. If it does until the end of the phase, each time rolling that unit makes an attack with its Breacher Ordnance, you can re-roll the wound roll.
Twice per battle seems a bit mental.
But, right, it's D6 plus 1, so you're getting 7 or 2 shots, basically, or maybe 3.
That's Joe maths. Maybe 4, maybe 5, 6,
Maybe
any
some.
number between.
Right, a number. You're getting a number between 2 and 10, right?
This makes no. Here's one thing, right? Indirect fire. If you can see them, you get extra AP and you hit better.
Yeah.
This makes no sense on this thing because it doesn't matter if you can see them or not. You're still firing the thing into the ground and it's still burrowing.
Yeah.
So narratively, why is it better or worse?
There's combos though. PS says it already, right?
Yeah.
The Thunderkin's rules: if they hit something, you don't get the benefit of cover anymore.
Still useful.
So you can shoot the Thunderkin at the thing first.
Yeah.
They no longer get cover against this now.
Right. But the problem is, right, Thunderkin, more often than not, the stuff they're shooting at is going to be dead afterwards.
Possibly, but there's also a world where you can go, I've got 6 Thunderkin, I'm going to shoot 5 at that tank and 1 at that unit. I've hit the unit, stripped the cover off that unit. That 5 killed the tank. Now I shoot my mortars.
It's like how you play Sisters with immolators.
A little bit, yeah.
But
right?
I look at that unit, and when you read it to me, I basically went, cool, it has a gun that maybe does a wound. But I see that as, it sits on my home field objective, and battle shocks, things that matter on objectives, and I turn off their OC.
Yeah, but
so
the,
I can flip an objective.
battle shock is only 24 inches, so it's covering the middle.
Yeah, exactly. So it covers the 3 middle objectives from your home field, and it goes, you know how to think about battle shock test. Sometimes you flip an objective, or it can't interrupt.
A unit
that.
of 2 is, I think, fine.
Yeah.
How
many points are 2?
Because they come as a unit of 2 anyway.
Yeah.
They come as a unit.
If this is 60 to 70 points,
I think they're fine, and maybe for a home objective sitter that can do what you've just said.
that's exactly how I would think of them. And like occasionally it does a wound, but most of the time it's there to just threaten battle shocks and make people have to double units up onto objectives. Mole launcher.
They're 110 points.
They're a bit pricey.
That's very expensive.
And
that's 40 points
they actually
too many.
gone up from the book.
Yeah.
What's their defensive profile?
Toughness 6 wounds, 4 up save.
Yeah. 70 to 80 points.
For those points, there's just better options.
But the thing is, if they put the points up, there must be something that we're missing, a combination that we're missing that makes them quite good. There's got to be if they've gone up in points.
Yeah.
Or Games Workshop on crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird to have like strength 10, functionally 0 AP. Like that's a weird balance.
Yeah. And then Hernkin Jaegers, Trenchcoat Dwarfs.
Yeah.
I love these guys.
Infiltrating unit of 10 guys.
And they've all got trench coats.
Once per turn, when enemy unit ends a normal advance or fallback move within 9 inches of this unit, it can make a normal move up to D6.
Do you think that's how they infiltrated? They put the trench coats and glasses on, and everyone just like didn't see
One
them.
on top
like
of the shoulder.
Yeah, literally
Yeah.
two of them.
Everybody be a
and
space
they're
marine.
like, oh, it's just a human.
Is this a
In it
space marine?
comes.
Yeah. Toughness 5, 5 up save, 1 wound. So, despite the fact that they're wearing the same armor
Yeah.
as the other guys, the
Yeah.
trench coat makes them weaker.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Famously.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it does make them infiltrate.
Just makes it more flammable.
Is there one with a newspaper with eye holes cut out?
Yeah.
No, there's a cool guy who's got his open trench coat and a fucking massive sniper rifle, which is a Magna coil rifle. Ignores cover, precision, 24-inch range, hits on 4, strength 5, AP 2, damage 2.
It's good. Just a
Controversial
sniper, isn't it?
opinion,
Oh, here we go. You've not had one of these yet.
but this is game wide, right?
Yeah.
I don't think sniper rifles in the game of Warhammer are really fit for purpose. They don't really because
If the character's already been wounded, it's about the only time they do anything.
they don't
Yeah.
look at Rangers, look at the Scout sniper rifle, the Kassakin sniper rifle, they don't have the sniper drones anymore, do they?
I would
is-
like to see a rule for snipers which
Like
states that if you
Rattlings.
roll something like a 6 to wound and your opponent fails at save, you select the model that's removed.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, because I think if you're about to suggest it should one-tap characters, they then become flat broken
well,
really
look
quickly.
at the Vindicator, the Vindicator assassin. He's fit for purpose because he can one tap at characters, right? But a 10-point dwarf with a sniper rifle shouldn't be one tapping sniper. Shouldn't be.
Yeah, no,
but,
so I don't want them to be able to one tap a character, but I feel like you could make it so that, I don't know.
you kill the plasma gunner out
Right,
of the unit. Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, then that
100%.
becomes very good very quickly, doesn't it? You kill the banner out or the apothecary,
But
so
like
it
the
can't heal back.
sniper units in the game tend to be inherently very weak, so they die very quickly. But
Yeah.
their output should just be better than what they shouldn't just be shooting long range plasma.
But
guns.
if precision allowed you to select the model that the damage is taken on,
Yeah.
you're not one-tapping a character necessarily if you're only doing 2 damage with a sniper rifle. But if you are hitting a Space Marine squad with a melter gun, he's 2 wound melter gun, you could kill that guy. I think snipers then have a much more kind of narrative place
As long
in the
as
game.
what they can't do is you've got a couple of units that has like an apothecary that allows you to heal a unit back. If you're sniping, you're like, he's dead, then that's like a huge
yeah, but it's just weird.
advantage.
Because when we think about snipers, we think about elite marksmen.
Yeah.
Right.
Or maybe
Like,
snipers should just
one
hit
shot,
onto-
one kill.
Yeah.
Right. But then you're like, well, I've got a unit of 10 ratlings.
Yeah.
Might kill a Space Marine captain.
Or
Maybe.
snipers can just hit really well with
Yeah.
like lethal hits or something. Hit on 2s, lethal hits.
Rattlers do have the bonus that they look fucking cool.
Right. Yeah. And
They
all got
out-dwarf
sausages.
the dwarfs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got sausages and big chickens.
Right, we're towards the end now, aren't we?
also
Got
quite-
vehicles to
Bikes
go.
are basically the same from what I could tell. Scout 9, got loads of guns,
Still die fast.
still die fast. The Capricus Defender, the new boat, the gun boat. In your shooting phase, after this unit has shot, it can make a normal move of up to D6 inches. If it does, until the end of the phase. So basically, you move, shoot, move.
But I'm glad it's D6.
It's
So you
D6,
can't
yeah.
just
Yeah.
out and back and never be interacted
It can have a Highlands rotary cannon, which is 6 shots, hitting on 4, strength 6, AP 1, damage 2, sustained hits.
Yep.
It's pretty good. Magna coil rifle, 1 shot. It's 1 shot heavy, dev, strength 14 minus 4, D3 plus 3.
It's all right.
Like if you can get like a couple of them, like on some
Yeah.
angles, like enough stuff would kill something.
Yeah.
And then it's got an auto cannon, which is 3 shots, strength 7, AP 1, damage 2, twin linked.
Cool.
And then the Capricus carrier fixes the problem of the Jaegers we said earlier, where it splits the unit in 2.
Yeah.
So you get more efficiency out of your infiltrator units.
Sort of. Because one of you will have to start in the transport.
Yeah.
But when it shoots stuff, it suppresses stuff and makes it -1 to hit.
Quite useful sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got autocannon and it's basically got 2 autocannons. One's twin linked, one's not.
Nice.
But basically combined 6 shots at strength 7, AP 1, damage 2. I quite like them.
I think they're good, yeah.
I just wish they could also carry other stuff.
Yeah, I guess narratively it's to get your infiltrators in because you've still got Sagittars, haven't you?
Yeah. So Sagittars basically do the same job.
I love a Sagittar.
But
Yeah,
the
they're
love a
really
Sagittar.
cool models.
Interestingly, the Sagittars have lost Scout.
Have they?
Yeah, so
Because
because
you
the
didn't need
carrier,
both-
the
yeah.
Capricus has
And
got
that's
okay.
your differential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I still love a Sagittar though.
Yeah,
their models are
its
really
high
cool.
beam cannon is calm the fuck down.
What is it now
Right.
then? Because it was fucking mental.
So
before, wasn't it?
currently now it's 2 shots sustained hits D3 on the las cannon.
Yeah.
Now it's just 2 shots.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Right.
good. That's good. Yeah.
Right, because
For a transport as well.
because there were times when like people were running like 6 of these,
Yeah.
and they're like, that Knight Army's dead turn 2.
Yeah.
Because it's just because for some reason 2 of them have popped off and just dropped a big knight randomly.
I've hit a 6. I've rolled a 5. There's
Yeah.
5 shots.
from
my
It
transport.
could take the auto cannons and stuff and the missile launchers, but yeah, it's
But that's
just,
the only change to the gun. It's just lost the sustained.
yeah, it's just calmed down
Yeah, it's
a
good.
bit. And the Hecaton Land Fortress is
Still a hecker chonk.
an angry land raider, you know.
What's this big gun do? Is it the same?
Oh, is it still got the turbo railgun?
So it's got the ion cannon, which is D6 plus 2 shots.
Yeah,
Strength 7, AP 2, damage 2.
that's nice.
Or it's got the magma rifle, which one
Magma.
ours has got. Devastating wounds, heavy, 30 years range, 2 shots, strength 18, minus 4, D6 plus 4.
Big fan.
I love it. I love that one.
I love a railgun.
And it's still
In
got
any detachment, I love
and
it.
it's got the best version of a hunter killer.
Yeah,
the
hits on
Hecaton
twos.
Warhead,
Yeah.
which is D6 plus 3 shots.
I
Hitting
mean,
on 4s.
that's already D6 plus 2 better than a hunter killer.
Hits on 4, strength 7, AP 2, damage 2. Because my issue with the
Is it one use, one shot?
one shot,
Yeah.
What's the
Ooh.
defensive profile of the hacker chonk now?
toughness 12, 16 wounds, 2 up save.
Invuln? Feel no pain?
No.
It's just a tough old boy.
But interesting, what it has got is each time this model makes a ranged attack, you can ignore any and all modifiers to its ballistic skill and the hit roll.
So smoke can get in the
So
bin
you
then.
can't make it -1 to hit.
Yeah.
You know,
Remembering that the vehicle bit, the only bit that they don't get is the -1 to win, so you get the +1 to hit as well.
so what's interesting, right? They've done a so the wounds remaining, it's -1 to hit, and you're like, just ignore that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bracket.
That's
It
like
never
Magnus,
brackets.
though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Magnus's pointless rule.
It's
what
sti-
a waste of ink.
It's still
GW could have saved himself 0.1 pence per book by not printing that rule.
how much, and it carries 14
That's great.
people. The exo armor, exo frame, and ironkin all take up 2.
Sound?
How
So you can
many?
take
How
7.
many models? What's the keywords for the fucking mortar people?
Yeah. Does it have firing deck for mortars?
Infantry, artillery, Chthonian, earthshakers.
Does it exclude them being transported?
The infantry.
Can Sagittars take them with firing deck or whatever? You can fire mortars on the move?
Does that mean they're one model each for the purposes of
Yeah,
transport?
they're one model each. It doesn't have firing deck though.
So that means you could put 6 of them in a Sagittar, right?
Literally.
Just deposit 6
move it
mortars.
to the middle of the table and go, mine. Look how
3
big these
inches
bases
away.
are. Yeah.
But because then you're like, it's my objective because I deposited something like 36
Yeah, I think-
wounds on it
I
from one
think they-
Tapped in
Sagittar.
6 wounds.
I think they've
36
made a,
toughness 6 wounds.
I think they've made a mistake there.
I love that. One Sagittar, you blow it up, and then out comes 36 wounds of mole launchers on an objective and physically covers it.
We found a point for them.
Yeah,
That's why you come to us, because we're the busted gaming
and
channel.
because their bases are like that big.
Yeah, you
just go,
physically cover the entire objective. Joe, I think we might have found something there.
Yeah,
That's fucking great.
Maybe that's why they're like 100. That's why they're so many points.
Yes.
It's a purposeful strat, right? Okay. I mean, overall, I'm going to be honest with you. We've got a few bits to get through, not loads and loads. Overall, I really like the book.
I think it's great.
I really like it.
I prefer it to the index massively. I think it's obviously being an index for any army. It kind of like every army is like a one trick pony, right? But the book does give them more options. But it's still very much the vanilla.
Yes,
army.
but it's a vanilla army with a little bit of spice. I
Yeah.
think it speaks to a design philosophy, which is really good. Of like, you get lots of choice, and you can trade this off for that, and it's
Adding in
interactive.
now
Yeah.
the extra characters, the steel jacks,
Yeah.
etc. I think it's a really interesting model range.
Yeah.
I still think in the future they could gain another 2 or 3 units and be still in quite a nice place.
Yeah.
But at the moment, with the kill team releases that have happened, with the model range they had before, and now with the new models release, I think they've got a reasonable amount of variety now. They're laughing, for example, at people like Emperor's Children.
Yeah.
They've got a really decent model range. I love the rules and the way they're being written. I love the like you say, the design philosophy they seem to be going down now for the most part, because it's Games Workshop, right? They still have the odd book that you come out and you go,
what
the fuck, what are you doing here? So for the most part, I think this is a, like, Votann players typically just love Votann anyway, right?
Yeah.
And now I think they love Votann with some real lovely narrative, flavorful, fun rules, which is quite good.
They know, it's like they know what they want this book to be. This book looks like they've actually sat down and really thought about it. Like when you compare it to like the AdMech book, right? That book just didn't know what it wanted to
No
be,
identity,
right?
correct.
Yeah. The Emperor's Children book, I think, has like,
I can see what they were trying to do.
it knew what it wanted to be, but forgot to add half the army.
Yeah.
and like some units were just mental, and some were literally there's no point bringing them. And
The
whereas this
internal
book
balance
here,
here seems good.
this book here, there is a reason to bring any and all of the units.
I would also say as well, this is the first time for Votann that I've looked at the rules. I've always, since, like I said to you, I didn't like the models when they first showed them off. When he painted them in the Fallout colours and he brought them to the studio, I was like, oh, actually, I do like them.
Yeah.
And I've never liked the rules.
Yeah.
Because when the first book that came out, that got FAQ'd before it was even in the public's hands because it was so
Yeah, I
fucking
remember
mental.
that.
And from then on, they've kind of really struggled with this grudge mechanic, and they've kind of never really got it quite right. And now they've gone, it's not working, get rid of it, go to this mechanic with yield points. And I think, personally, my personal opinion is Games Workshop have nailed it this time
Looks
round.
like Eldar as well, right?
Yeah.
Get rid of a busted mechanic, put some interactive
Can't make
fun
fate
in there.
dice worth.
Yeah.
Fuck it off.
Yeah.
And change it to the movement shenanigans. And I think they've nailed Eldar.
Yeah.
So for me personally, this is an army that I will quite happily play on the channel.
Yeah.
I'd quite happily take it to events. I'd actually quite happily collect one myself.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely think the model range is now quite good and well fleshed out, and the rules, they've smashed it for a change.
And they finally feel like properly integrated into the whole aesthetic
Yeah,
of 40k
they
now.
fit now.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
fit. They've got their own identity, which is to be the proper jack of all trades.
Yeah, I think so. I'm a big fan of this. I think it's a solid book, chap. Honestly, I'm 7, 8 out of 10. I think for me.
Yeah, I think an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a lot of fun to play. And I don't think you're ever going to, at the moment, my current gut is you're not going to play, what's important here is you're not going to play against them at tournaments and feel like you're just being oppressed and there's nothing you can
It's
do.
no Death Guard.
So I feel like this is a really good one. I think the players playing with them will have fun, and I think more importantly, the players playing against them will have fun, and that's when you know a book's quite good overall.
Yeah.
And I noticed when I started playing Eldar since the Codex release, for example, a lot more people were like, oh, Eldar, they played it, I was like, oh, that's a really good game, because it's more enjoyable to play against those kind of shenanigans now.
It's interactive rather than oppressive.
Yeah, exactly. We have got some stuff from chat though. Tank comes in. I'm going to blindside you here, Paddy.
Yeah.
Thank you for the yellow one. Paddy, what are your thoughts on Grey Knights? I have a feeling that it is now a high skill codex. On face value, both Termi units and the Grandmasters are just flat worse, but the right detachment enhancement stratagems can make them sing.
Yeah, so I've had an initial read through the book. I think I totally agree on the high skill army ping. Like absolutely. As I look at that book to me now, it is a mobile shooting army that's really hard to pin down, that if you leave the door open, it's going to charge you.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like a melee army that's just going to rush you. I think it's going to be lots of uppy downy, drop in, shoot over here, then piss off again, and then charge around the corner. I think, to me, the army seems really fun to play because I like those tricksy armies where you've got to think quite a lot, for one game at a time. I think it's really good. The model range
Sucks.
that's the thing for me. I would never collect Grey Knights at the moment because the model range, it's so old, it's so junky. If they got a Primaris style refresh, I would love to play Grey Knights. I'd probably start collecting army myself.
Yeah.
If they got a good model range.
Yeah.
Because Crow looks cool.
Crow
Just make
looks
them all like
amazing.
Crow.
Make a model range like Crow and you're laughing, right?
But I genuinely, the army tonight I'm going to look at is trying to get the most out of uppy downy teleporting shooting and just not be anywhere that you can be.
It is quite a techie army. And again, I like armies that have a kind of low skill floor, high skill ceiling.
Yeah.
So you can play them fine and you'll be okay and you'll do okay. And it's not so complicated that you go, I can't even play this army that I really like.
Yeah.
But to master it and win majority games or win more than lose, you need to
You've got to
practice
put the reps
play.
in and really get used to it.
You've got to be playing turns ahead.
Yeah, you've got to be really thinking about who's going next turn and therefore where do I need to land it and making sure I can think about my opponent's reaction.
Armies with too much uppy downy, you can fall into the trap of removing units you don't need to remove, and then when you go to bring them back in, you're like, oh,
I was fine, but now I actually can't come back there because this is
So it's like a real like you have to learn when to pull and when to go in.
But I also think that means that it could be quite a rewarding force to play with. It's almost like this with yield points. The same with Votan. Using yield points now is going to be rewarding.
Yeah.
And learning when you want to use them and what you want to use them on,
And it
when you
rewards
want
you
to
for getting
switch.
better. Because you can't just like pick up an army in game one and be like, I absolutely get this is easy. Like more you get reps and you've seen stuff before. I don't know, I think it looks really, really fine.
Yeah, I think your take though, Tank, about right detachment, right enhancements, stratagems. I think you're right, and I think again this is a thing that Games Workshop are doing now. It seems rather than units just good all the time, they're going. Well, actually, maybe I'm lying a little bit because I think for some of the books recently, you read the detachments and stratagems like they're okay, and then you look at the data sheets and all the data sheets are quite strong. So maybe that's a reversal, but. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I like the Grey Knight book a lot. So much so that I looked instantly at how I could convert Primaris models with Grey Knight bits, then worked out how expensive that was and chinned it off. But if it wasn't that expensive, I'd have done it because I think the book is cool.
Yeah.
Rossonero, 7847, thank you. This is the day of 20 gifteds, by the way, Joe.
Legends.
Thank you for the 20 gifted memberships.
Are you refreshed on your hopes having been on holiday?
God, no. I hope that in the next 2 hours someone brings you a cream tea.
Strong.
I fucking want that.
Air Giraffe, thank you for becoming a member all by yourself. You're a legend. Nick, thank you for the $5. Recent Dawn of Fire books have them as prospectors, salvagers first, grudge holders second in vibe. I think that's the right way to go with
It's a
it.
much better way because the grudge takers thing works for like old dwarves who've been around for ages, but a reasonably new faction in.
Well, they're also supposed to be like all their kit is like mining kit and stuff like that. So you want to be. I think you want to be prospectors, salvagers first, grudge second. I think I like that. Monica 1, thank you for the $10. Liam, send Joe on holiday again. I want more Votan models. He will be painting all the new stuff. It might not be ready by Thursday because he's got tomorrow. And it might be it takes him a little bit longer to get that done because he's got a million things on his plate. But he will be painting all the new models, and I will be getting him some more berserks to flesh those out, and perhaps some more steel jacks. If he just might not want them based on what you said already, but you know.
Well, I'm happy for you to take over. I like combat armies, and I think I'd want to run them as a combat army.
Yeah.
I like the Thunderkin and stuff, but I'm basic. I'm so basic, and the less complicated I can make an army, the better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, everyone takes the piss out of me, and they're like, that unit, 3 of it, that unit, 3 of it, and I'm like, it's just simpler times, you know. and if I can take 60 berserks and 3 units of Thunderkid and some characters and some stuff, I'm happy.
Yeah, fair.
Because it's just
You're a happy boy.
Yeah.
Ben, thank you for the $5. I feel like there are fun, usable detachments. There are win-losses, but I can't wait to get my hands on it to start planning mad combos that don't work. That's one of the fun parts of Warhammer, though. Especially going, this thing's going to be great, and you take it and you go...
6 mortars in a Sagittar.
Yeah. This thing's going to be great, and you take it, it doesn't work. Or you go, this thing's going to be great, you take it, it does work. And that's the joy of it, I think, sometimes.
I like it when something's got a cool little gimmick and you might play 10 games and it only happens once.
Yeah.
But that one time is cool.
Yeah, I like that.
You know? I'm still yet to have my Emperor Champion go in and actually just one-tap someone. But when it happens,
It will be super fucking cool, yeah.
Came close today.
Boo Earns, thank you for the $10. Althar is much better now than before. Reduced damage to 1 does nothing when a 10-man squad comes in to kill him with 40 attacks. His command point reduction for things within 12 benefits the army much more. I get that. I get that.
Feels
but
more of a leader than a...
as a force multiplier, 100% better. As an individual model, arguably worse.
Yeah, but I think that all comes down to the internal balance and
Well,
the melee
you
beat
just play him
stick is the
different
new
as well.
geezer. Yeah.
You just play him different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like the point is like reducing custodes down from 2 damage to 1 damage doesn't matter when they put out 30 attacks with the character. You know?
Pie Walker, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. Legend. Pie Walker, Joe.
I
looked at me in shock.
I was like, who? What? I hope that you have fish and chips for dinner.
Oh.
And you get a deep fried Mars bar and cream egg.
I'm surprised it wasn't a pie-based food wish.
Yeah, he went left
I
the
thought
field
about
there.
going for the pie.
Slink Blackout, thank you for the $8 Played 3 games with them now. Steel Jacks are really good. 3-man swords is a really good skirmish, and the 6-man shooting on 4+ Overwatch is really funny. Funny for who?
We bloody hate Overwatch.
Yeah, I think the thing is with a lot of things as well is often we're not Art of War, right? Those guys know the game inside out. We give an opinion, we give a take, and then at that point, who knows what it's actually going to be like? Because until we get it on the table, I've said this before. I've done Codex reviews where I've said this Codex is not that good, and then within 6 months, it's fucking meta breaking, leading the tables everywhere because the good players get their hands on it and they go, "Look how good this is." And there's other times where I was like, "That looks a bit strong," and I'm completely wrong. So,
but the thing is, it's also down to personal opinion, right? I did not like the way Games Workshop were pushing Chaos Space Marines, right? I played it and I was like, I don't like this. I don't think it's that good. But if you play all tanks all the time or a million cultists, like is winning tournaments and stuff, right? But it's like, but I want to run armies of Terminators and Chosen and like Legionnaires and stuff, and it's like, but that book's not at that, and I think like codexes are good and bad, but like the way that you want to run the army also influences whether that codex is good and bad for you.
Yeah, agree.
I think.
Agree.
Yeah.
And the codex can be good in someone's hand because they like a particular playstyle and bad in another person's hands because they don't like that playstyle.
Yeah.
But that's where books like this one, which have good internal balance and lots of different tactics that run it differently, means that however you want to play it, there's probably a playstyle in that book that you can run.
That's
and
what I
have
loved
good
about the
use of.
Eldar book.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Monica One, thank you. He's also done like $30 for Super Chat so far. Thank you for the 20 gifted memberships.
Absolute legend.
What a
Big one
hero.
from Joe.
And a Votan fan, by the way.
I hope that
He is out of practice, isn't he?
Yeah.
yeah,
Rusty.
yeah. I hope that you always get your army rule the exact moment you want it and need it.
Oh,
You know, like,
okay.
strong. That one.
Your opponents always stood on the objectives for you to gun them down, right? And you always get to get on the objectives and kill stuff when you need to.
Smart.
Yeah.
Evan, thank you for the one gifted. Cade Keep, thank you for becoming a member all by yourself, your legend. Chris Joss is 2 €5 super chats. He starts with, I have been listening to Joe's advice for my armies when going to tournaments. No wonder I cannot win, but I am having a good time.
Well, that's the most important bit.
Then follows it up with, Liam, when is the Joe coaching service starting on the channel?
The Joe Academy.
At the end of the day, like
Lovecock.
I've gone through my tournament phase, right?
Gone?
As in gone through.
What
Like,
are
I
you
still
doing this
go to
weekend? Oh,
I
right,
go
okay.
to tournaments, but like trying hard at tournaments. So I'm past that now.
Except for winning golden tickets.
Yeah, but I don't win it for being good at the
Not
game.
40k.
Not 40k. Yeah.
I didn't win my golden ticket
Yeah.
for
Just for being a
Did you
thoroughly
get a golden,
nice chap.
Did you get a golden ticket with a 3 and 2?
yeah.
There you go. We've all done 3 and 2s,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like, but it's just like when I go to tournaments now, I don't want like when you play to win, you have to think and act and play in a very specific way.
Yeah, well.
Right? Well, yeah, but like I think you also have to change your attitude towards your opponents because like I'm quite comfortable just letting stuff go. Like
Yeah.
on measurements and dice rolls, or if they're like, you know, like randomly like poke a finger out to move a mod. I was like people's not getting rules completely right and stuff. When you want to play to win, you have to hold your opponent to a specific.
I think at like that mid-board level, yeah. When
Yeah.
you get to like people who are actually good at the game, they tend to take the piss a little bit less because they
Yeah,
expect
but like I think
that
like
of each other.
you have to, and you also have to be more comfortable like arguing your point. Like if there's a rules confliction, you have to be more pushy. You have to get more stuff in. And I'm at a stage now where I just can't be bothered. You know,
Yeah,
I
fair.
just want to go. If my opponent's like getting stuff wrong, or I'm happy to like if my opponent doesn't understand something, or they put themselves in a position where I could just react in a certain way or pick up their unit, I'm like, don't do that because I'll kill it. And like, I've done something drastic, or I might have done something drastically wrong. I'm like, go back, change it.
Yeah, I like to play that.
Yeah,
just
100%.
I just want to go and play 3, 5, 6 games and just have fun.
Yep.
And drink beers.
Mark of a good
and,
tournament.
Yeah, like go out in the
Baby
evenings and do
Guinnesses.
stuff. Yeah, not too many. I'm a changed man.
Cowardice.
Beachhead changed me.
It was a lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Chris just also gifted 5 memberships, Joe.
Thank you, Chris. I hope that when you go to your next tournament, you go for a positive win, right? And you get like all favorite game votes, all favorite army votes, and all your opponents buy your beer.
Oh,
That's like 5 witches in one.
Yeah.
I just think like nowadays, just going to events to just have a nice weekend away is more important than going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brodicus Maximus then also gives 20 of the finest memberships, Joe.
Strong name.
Brodicus Maximus. I hope Brodicus Maximus that next time you find a really good value army or models or something you want to buy off of like eBay or Facebook Marketplace, right? They do collection, literally like 5 minutes away from your house.
Nice.
You know when like you see, like I've seen a couple of times, like it's a really good value army, and they're like collection only. Where do you live? Manchester. I'm like,
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, you can tell that Facebook Marketplace, even in the UK, was written by an American. Like, near you. Where's near me? Yorkshire. It fucking isn't.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace is now giving me stuff in America. Yeah. And I'm like,
It's because it knows you're coming.
Yeah, you could collect it all, mate, in a few weeks. Come back with 8 different armies.
Post it back to myself, I guess, because it's just like, I hope that like everything that you want to buy is really convenient near you.
Cade Keep, thank you for the 1 gifted. Brandon Lagasse,
Like I say,
thank you for 20 gifted memberships. 2 more hopes, Joe.
I
We're
hope,
good.
Brandon, that I hope that for the rest of the summer, you don't get too hot at night. Every night you are super comfortable. You're not too hot. You're not too cold. You can still have the duvet on you, and you get like solid night's sleep. That you're not just like tossing and turning. Well, you could do that before you go to sleep, and then
The tossing all the time.
Yeah. Just have like just a super comfortable summer.
Yeah.
That's
Good
nice.
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Cray, thank you for 10 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Craig. I hope that tonight near you, there's like a super gnarly, light thunderstorm.
Smart.
Right. You have a really good view of it, and it goes on for like an hour, so it doesn't like interrupt too much of your night. But like, it just looks awesome.
Yeah.
We had it last night, and it was
Did ya?
inconveniently too far away for me to be able to see, but enough for my dog to go mental for about 2 hours. So from about midnight to like 2 o'clock in the morning, I was just led in bed holding my dog, who's like,
I just locked her in the kitchen. Gaz, thank you for the 2 bucks. Are water cooler movements less frequent these days?
we don't have a water cooler.
Yeah, so they're very infrequent
it's
here.
very situational water cooler moments.
Yeah. And then thank you, PT, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, PT. I hope that they bring back to 40k your favourite Forge World unit in plastic.
Yeah.
Strong. I like that. And then there's a final comment I want to bring on before we go away because it's just quite interesting. Apollo 75 says, I just want close games that feel like either of us can win. Then I don't mind if I lose. If someone wipes the table off someone else, that's just not fun.
Agreed.
And I think that's what the majority of people want. The
Yeah.
hyper competitive would like to be able to walk up to the table, wipe you off the table in 2 turns, and go and chill out before the next game. But there is a group of people that want that. But I think for the most part, most of us want exactly what Apollo's just said. We want close games that, arguably, my preference is always decided in the final turn.
My favourite turns, I've said it all the time, is turns 4 and 5 when you've barely got anything left and you're scrapping for points here because it's so close.
Yeah.
That like having one model left or failing a Battleshock really matters.
Yeah.
And it makes for a much more exciting game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that one. I love it.
Solid take that. That's not a Joe take.
Yeah. Gaz, thank you for the one gifted as well. You lot have been amazing.
No, I like super close games. I don't like super massive swings. Like in
Like a 30-point swing in turn 5. because you've got end of game scoring and all of this, that, and the other.
Or no, say turn 2, your opponent does a big push, and then you've gone from having 1,700 points on the table to 600, and you're like, cool, I've still got 3 turns to do, and I've got 2.5 units left, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be a bit of a trudge now. You kind of want to be like tit for tat, you both lose a unit or 2, if as long as it's equal all the way, kind of thing. I think that's better than oh, I've lost half my army and it's gone now.
Yeah,
and I can't, and that's the game. I now have to stand here and just lose.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool, right, you people are amazing. Thank you for hanging out with us for the extended Liam, Joe and Paddy show, because 1, there was 3 of us, and 2, we were talking about the new JOTANN Codex. Like I said already, I think it's solid. I'm a big fan of it. I like it quite a lot. So I think you'll probably see it more often on the channel nowadays, actually, if we start adding a few more units to it as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you want to see them live in action, that is at 7:30 this evening. The JOTANN will return. He's taking on Paddy with brand new Grey Knights. When I say brand new, the models aren't new, but the book is new. We haven't used 10th edition Grey Knight book on the channel yet, so you can look forward to that this evening. Tomorrow at 7:30 in the evening, we have the Warhammer show. On Thursday, we then have another Liam and Joe hobby show, and in the evening, it's Joe, Tom, and Andy. JOTANN will be taking on Necrons. New JOTANN versus Necrons. And then on Friday, we come back with After Dark at 9 p.m. So make sure you are online and you don't miss any of those shows, you wonderful humans. You can obviously subscribe or hit that bell to make sure you don't miss them. Or get in Discord, and if you're in Discord, ! Discord, it will notify you whenever we schedule a stream or go live. I think that's it. Final words on the book, Joe?
It's a good book. I prefer it to the Index.
What an absolute soundbite to finish on.
Yeah, it's all right. It's
book of multiple detachments and extra units is better than Index.
I know. It's the Index rule was a bit like the old Index of pick 4 units.
Yeah, of course.
It's a lot more interactive.
Yeah.
There's a lot more going on. It's cool. The new characters are cool.
Yeah.
I just want them to be more classic dwarf.
Cool. Right, there you go. Hot takes. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Like I said, hopefully we'll see you tonight. If not, we'll see you in the next one. Bye, have a wonderful time.
Bye, have a wonderful time.